All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I am your host, Axel1324.
And I'm coolcatterri.
And I'm Dreadpool.
That's right. And let me adjust this. I don't know why it keeps shuffling us. There we go. Better. All right. And it's spring forward day, daylight savings day, and I overslept. Thank God for Dreadpool not sleeping, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much for that, Dread. Appreciate it. So yeah, spring forward, lose an hour. I hate daylight saving time so much. I think we need to get rid of it 100% of the time.
Well, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you pro or against daylight saving time?
Me?
Yeah.
I could care less. As long as we're on the same time, who cares?
Look, the Sunshine Act should have passed. That's all I'm saying.
Why didn't it? Stupid. They probably
The
loaded it.
Senate's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, you see, what it is a whole bunch of hokey pokey.
It's a whole bunch of hokey pokey, indeed. Indeed, a whole bunch of hokey pokey.
Look, Arizona knows what's going on, and the rest of us just haven't caught up yet.
That's because Arizona is always
right.
hot.
Arizona
It doesn't matter.
It, right?
It's always hot, though. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. They could change it completely to PM from AM, and it's the same heat.
Well, it's the same here in Georgia.
All right. Well,
I know in Florida, they want tourists to be out here. So,
I just want there to be like no more daylight saving time. Like, let me just I think this time right now is best, the spring forward time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think it should be.
Should be high noon, but high noon is never the same.
Yeah. I don't know who invented daylight savings times, but whoever you
Franklin. It was Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin, you wanted the turkey. Did you have one good idea? You wanted the turkey to be the mascot of the U.S.?
Look, after getting electrocuted, he thought it was a good idea to have daylight savings, okay?
Hey, he was the one that was trying to deep fry a turkey.
Yeah, he really liked the turkey. He really wanted it to be the national bird instead of the eagle. You imagine America. Instead of like those American ones you see now, like America, ha! Like with the bird. It's like America. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's check in with the chat. Of course, shout out to Doggy Dog. He's in here bright and early. Thank you so much for joining us, Doggy. You are the real MVP. My sister-in-law, but I know this is my niece, really, is here from Indonesia. She says, good night from Indonesia. Thank you so much. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you. Your Wicked Hot joins us. Shout out to Your Wicked Hot. He said, hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Can't wait for the show to start. Hey, I hope you did, because we started late. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Jacob Novik says, hi, even though some are mad that Sea of Thieves will release on PS5, its pre-order is number one on PlayStation Network in the UK, US, and more. I think it's good due to Xbox getting revenue, and they can use it for other stuff. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. We have very polarizing thoughts on that. So, yeah, let's see. He goes on to say, exclusivity matters, of course, but when you get a massive revenue boost to make more exclusive games, I think time exclusive will become the norm in the future. Maybe for Xbox.
Yeah.
But not for everybody else. Especially not PlayStation. All right, here we go. Let's get the day started. Let's get the news cycle started. We had... there's a new tier at Best Buy called Best Buy. What is it called? Best Buy Selects or Best Buy something? And the Best Buy Drops. That's what it's called. Best Buy Drops. It's an online only Best Buy exclusive where you have to be online, pre-order. And the first gaming related Best Buy drops that at least I have heard of is the Xbox SpongeBob SquarePants console. Here, bundle, if you will. It's an Xbox Series X with SpongeBob, and it comes with a Battlefield Bikini Bottom, I believe it was. Let's see, featuring wireless controller and all his favorite underwear friends. Da-da-da. Oh, here we go. The download of Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl 2. I was wrong. It was not Battle for Bikini Bottom. And it was $6.99, and it sold out in minutes. This thing sold out. Now we all know custom consoles are awesome. We all love them. Did you get a hold of SpongeBob SquarePants, Terry?
Nope.
Did you want to get a hold of the SpongeBob?
Nope. I don't care about SpongeBob. But also, like I've said many times, I'm the type that I buy the one console and I'm good for the generation. I'm not buying another one unless it breaks.
All right. Yeah. Okay. But do you think this is a good thing for Xbox to have a partnership with Best Buy or the drops?
Yeah, Best Buy has to sell something since they keep getting rid of everything. so they gotta have something in their store. It's becoming just the TV refrigerator store. But so yeah, I mean, I support it. Let people, if people want to spend money on a skin, go for it.
Okay. Well, there you go. Exclusive. Dread, what are your thoughts on this console, real quick?
Are you ready, kids?
The adults were ready, that's for sure.
Yeah, SpongeBob is gonna sponge some money out of you. That's for sure.
Definitely.
No, not for $700, but I understand what's going on. I mean, think about it. It's a limited thing. People are gonna just eat it up because they could save it for later, for future. It's the investment. Nobody's really buying it because it's SpongeBob per se. They're buying it because it's a SpongeBob console that is very limited. If it was anything else, it would do the same thing, and the whole thing is it's $700. You're going to spend $200 more than the normal price. It's really for the collector, and no one's, well, those that have the money to throw away would be buying it to open it up and, maybe doing unboxing, stuff like that. They're trying to make stuff off of it. Other than that, it's just resell. I mean, if you look at the eBay, they're already going for like, yeah, see,
it's scalpers, man.
And they don't even own it yet. They don't even have it, and people are offering that.
Yeah.
So
let's see, $2,500. Somebody thinks someone's going to pay $1,700 for this thing. $1,800.
No one's paying that. If someone does pay that, then I pity you.
Again,
all right, here we go. $1,800 on it. $1,800 seems to be the price.
Again, it's the resale thing. People are just buying it just so they could resell it because nobody can buy it. So we saw this happen with the Series X when it first came out. We saw this happen with the PlayStation 5 when it first came out. Nobody could buy it, so those that could would buy it and then throw it on eBay to resell it and make some money. I know I have a couple of friends that did the same thing, but they did it one at a time. They weren't like buying them and hoarding them like you saw some people in England do with warehouses.
Yeah.
And then they got stuck with all that. So yeah, they weren't botting. They were literally going in and paying it themselves and doing that. So again, this is one of those things. It's FOMO.
Hey, hold on. Let's see if any of these have sold. Let's see. Where's the see all?
Well, they can't sell it until they own it.
Cancel. Sold items. So it is selling. These are the selling prices.
Oh gosh.
These are sold.
People, stop.
Wow. I should have gotten it just to scalp it.
See, and exactly. But it sold out in minutes. So you would have been fighting some bots trying to get to it.
Just wait. I mean, like literally when everybody was going crazy with the scalpers when the X came out, I still managed to secure 3 of them, during that time. It's not that difficult if you put in the time for it.
I got mine at the Microsoft store.
Yeah, I got mine from Microsoft and I got one from Target. I think I got 2 from Microsoft and 1 from Target.
Yeah, I got
mine from GameStop. launch day, I spent the night. Why? Because I never done it before. That's why.
Yeah,
I had never spent the night for a console, and I decided, you know what? Just one time, it should be fine, right?
and you had fun, right?
I did actually. We had a good time.
Physical launch games are just the physical launches where you
Mhm.
go to the stores are fun, regardless of spending the night or not. But standing in line, talking with people, because the excitement of what you guys are there for, it's really cool. You meet some really cool people like that, and it's a mutual. Here's what we're here for, and I feel bad if I'm the last guy to get it. But I'd feel even worse if the guy before me was the last guy to get it. Everybody knowing that we might not be able to get it, even though we wasted all this time.
Yes.
I mean, I lucked out, got mine right away through the Microsoft Store. Not this past Christmas, but the Christmas prior, I was able to get the PS5 with the God of War bundle.
Oh yeah, I got that one too. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it was that fluctuation where you had a little bit of space where their consoles were there, and you're able to get them. And other times it's, I guess the bots by that time had stopped buying as many because people were, well, why would I buy the base one with no game when I can buy this one over here with a game?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and this is going to be one of those things too. So, people are just going to be buying them just to buy them, say they have it. Like I said, content creators are buying them just so that way they could be one of the few that are doing an unboxing. If I had the money, I probably would have done the same thing. Check it out. Where else are you going to see an unboxing?
If I knew I could resell this thing for $1,800, I would have bought it. Just say.
Yeah, I mean.
But then if I didn't sell it, I'd be stuck with it.
Look, if you're someone who buys the stuff that has scalper prices, then you don't have a rock to stand on and complaining about pricing for games or anything, because you already are willing to spend over 300% of extra.
Yeah.
You have no say in anything that Xbox or anybody else does with their pricing. You have no say.
Yeah. Somehow we're in a recession, but gaming, $1,800 for a console.
Oh, games are too expensive.
I'll
buy that. I'll buy that, $800 console for $1,500. But no, games are too expensive. Shh.
See, here's the other thing, right? We talk about scalpers and the overcharging of the prices, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is it's not just the scalpers; it's the people that are willing to spend that money. When you go on eBay, you're bidding. Think about that. You're overbidding somebody else.
Oh yeah, all these are buy nows.
So
and then you have all the taxes that aren't even factored in, and shipping costs are going to vary depending on where you are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's you got to be mad at the scalpers for doing that, but you also got to be upset at those that are willing to spend that extra money.
Agree. Like, I'm mad at scalpers, but the scalpers wouldn't exist if there wasn't a market. It's because of the buyers. If the buyers didn't buy, the scalpers wouldn't sell. So.
See, and there wouldn't be a market if they actually made enough to go around, because it's a limited
edition.
Yeah, limited selling points. They only have so many pieces that they're pushing out, right? So it's not just a limited edition. It's just very minute when it comes to the broad spectrum of how many they could be making, and it's only at Best Buy. Think about that. So it's like you're compounding it over and over again. If there was only so many consoles, but you could buy it at Target too, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But because you're and that's kind of goes back to the exclusivity with games, right? When you make it exclusive, you can only go here. You're going to shop here. You're going to buy here. You're going to play here. But again, it leads to other things that go back and forth. So yeah. Like I said, I'd buy it if I had it. If I had the money, I'd buy it.
If I knew I could have resold this thing, I would have bought it, as I have no interest in it. But I wasn't even thinking about reselling it. I was just looking at it. I'm like, SpongeBob. I'm like, I don't want to buy a SpongeBob console. I'm not going to display that in my console museum or whatever the heck, my little personal collection here. No way. Right. And but if I would have been like, okay, I'll buy it and I'll relist it. How much was it? $6.99. I'll buy it, and as soon as I get it, I'll relist it for a starting bid at $700, free shipping, because shipping is probably like $60. Then I would be like, okay, who wants it? So yeah. So it was already marked up, and now it's even more marked up. And being in the collector's market, this will only go up in price. I don't think it's worth $1,500, maybe $800, but over time, 20 years or so, yeah, $1,500, but that's 20 years. Because like our Halo edition, I mean, you see some selling for $300, some for $750, some for $800, some for $600. It's all over the place. So, what is the actual price of the
Go back to that 300
Halo Special Edition? Most of them are
Where's
selling for
300? Is it new?
$299.
New, huh?
Brand new.
Well, that was sold. Holy cow!
Yeah, those are
All
sold.
right, I might have to go look for my Halo edition.
Yeah, go look for your Halo edition. $229.99.
This must have been the fallout last week when everybody, or a couple weeks ago when everybody was like, "The sky's falling."
The sky's
that
falling.
was
Sell your
recent.
console.
That 231 sold literally this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go get yours, Dread.
I'm gonna have
cheaper
to.
than I paid for mine. I paid $550 for mine.
Sucker.
Might have to.
Yeah. I got by Microsoft. Dang it.
That's the problem. Is prices are going to go down when it comes
Eventually
to something like
they'll
that,
go
and then it'll skyrocket again.
Once the generation's over, give it like a year or two after the generation's over, and that Halo console is just gonna go through the roof.
Look up the Gears of War one.
There's no Gears of War Series X.
No, 1X.
You mean the one?
Yeah, the 1X. Because I went to go buy that before they shifted over. Death Dealer approved that. She said that looks pretty cool, even though it's white. She liked what they did with the indentions and the look on it. I went to go buy it, and all of a sudden it was sold out. And everywhere else that you could find it, they jacked up the prices. So see where it's at now.
Oh, that white one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
I don't know. I can't see. All I see is SpongeBob.
All right, here we go.
That one.
Oh, some of $195. Is this sold again? Because I only like looking at sold. Yeah. $195, $157. That's a beautiful console. I might buy that.
Mm-hmm. But
I do love the look of that one.
These are used. Where's the new one?
Complete in box. I don't think you're gonna find a new one. Here's the limited edition Halo 5 Guardians console.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to buy one from my buddy, Mad. He was supposed to, when he upgrades that console, that Halo 4 console.
Yeah. So it looks like you can get it for around $250.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it cheaper, some of it more expensive.
And now think about
this one, no wires or controller. Don't buy that one.
Yeah, no, don't buy those.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, when you look at it, the prices will go down, and then eventually they'll jack right back up again once the next generation's interest is back in. So
there you go.
It's that gamble. Either you sell it now or you hold on to it for life.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Fun times with SpongeBob, I guess. I wouldn't buy it personally. Chat, let us know if you would or not. Let's see.
I think we should have a poll on that.
If chat would buy it?
Yeah, would you buy it or not? Buy
not
it or
scalp it to own it. Oh, you know what? Let me make an option.
Buy to own, scalp, or pass.
Would you buy the SpongeBob console?
And while we're at it, while we're waiting on Axel to fill out this poll, why don't you guys make sure you like, share, and get this out on Twitter, especially. Let's get some more people in here, because I know we got a lot of Good Morning Xbox fans out there that are probably sleeping in, not knowing that the time has changed. So let's remind them that we're on time. They are not.
All right, just 3 options: yes, yes, and no. Okay, I don't know. All right, chat. The poll is in the chat. Be sure to sell. All right, let's see. Let's check in here. So Doggy said that he scalped the PS5. That's right, he did. He got himself a PS5. He sold it for $1,100. Shout out to Doggy. Take advantage of those people. Let's see. Jacob Novik says to the scalpers, I say don't scam people with prices, and also thanks for making the Xbox Series X go up with one, if not many. Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Crazy Great Dude. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you. Let's see. Dog is looking at these SpongeBob prices like, dang, I should have got one. You should have, bro.
Yeah.
You should have. Cool Cat, see, this is my way. The scalpers lose money even if they have a lot and Xbox gets a sale. I don't think scalpers lose money, man.
Yeah, if they're able to sell them, then they make
As
out.
long as they sell them, yeah.
But when you don't control the market, it's hard to be a scalper. Let's see. I grabbed my Xbox Series X at GameStop on launch after camping the night. Me too, bro. And shout out to General Spartan. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Phil, bring this to Sweden. I would buy it in a heartbeat. The SpongeBob. There you go. We got a SpongeBob fan.
See, and that's the thing. You know, and that's probably some of the people are buying it from outside that could never buy from Best Buy.
Yes. Let's see. I'll gladly pay $800 for it due to every console having a tax of $100. Jeez.
Yeah.
Sweden sounds expensive. Are we sure that's the happiest place on earth? Let's see. And shout out to Brando Calrizi. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He said $700 is a tad steep. Yeah, you're telling me that's why I didn't want to buy it. Doggy Dog says I'm on that now too. The Xbox Series X Halo Edition. He says eBay is awesome. It sure is. Shout out to Web Dave. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you. I'm mad at myself right now that I didn't buy one, seeing them go for $1,800. Yeah, no kidding, man.
Down for $2,500.
Yeah, no
think
kidding.
about that.
No kidding.
Over 3 times the price.
Yes. Shout out to Jason Max. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. He says, just remember, Xbox is number one. Web Dave says, good morning. Good morning, Web Dave. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see. Doggy sold another PS5 to someone here in town for $800. He says it was a good launch for him. I'll say, man, you made like $2,000. Let's see, you spend $1,000 and you made $2,000. Yeah. Yeah. Who lives in an Xbox under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
You got to say it with the voice. Come on, do it right.
No, I can't do the real voice. Go ahead, you got it.
Oh, who lives in an Xbox under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
Woo! There you go.
So that's a.
Hey, while we're taking a break, guys, be sure to support your local Dreadpool.
Yeah,
he has a new robotic Dreadite Love shirt available. Can you guys see this screen? Yeah, there we go. Link is in the chat. Let's see who the model is. This is the model Dreadpool hired, apparently.
Yes.
He only gave him a shirt.
I made sure he didn't have a beard.
In his pajama pants. I'm just kidding.
I told him he had to wear something.
He was like, I could just get a long version, you know. But of course, you can also find all the Breaking Bread with Dread, Metroid Dreadpool. That one's one of my favorites here. And be sure to get it.
If you look at the one on the bottom left, or I'm sorry, bottom right. Yeah, that one there.
This one?
No, the other one.
This one.
That one.
Premature speculation?
Yeah, that was due to everything a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So, yeah, be sure to support Dreadpool on all his merchandise, guys. Okay. I think that's enough time for the for this. Oh, we got Stephen Avery here. He says, Stephen Avery, shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. I got a free Xbox in 2020 for free when we looted Best Buy. Wow.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's one way to get it. That's one way.
Yeah.
My wife says, Captain Dreadpool. And Jacob Novik says that's a trick there called saving money. Yeah. As long as you don't get caught, I guess. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end the poll there. Terry, how did the chat vote?
All right, 54% said no, they would not buy the console. 36% said they would buy it just to resell it, and 9% would buy it to own it.
Okay.
All right. So which one of you said you're going to buy it? No, that's your choice. No judging.
Jacob Novik said he would.
That's right.
I'm not a fan of that controller design at all. It bothers me.
You
It's
don't
just
want to
eyeballs all over the
SpongeBob's
place.
eyeball.
There's so many eyeballs. And then why is Squidward on there 3 times?
Is he on the 3 times?
He's on there 3 times. It's so
No,
unbalanced.
that's Gary.
No, that's
Okay,
Gary.
so that's Squidward. That's Gary. That's the little guy.
Plankton.
Plankton.
Is it? It looks like Squidward 3 times.
That's
No.
Plankton.
That's
Don't
Plankton.
you know you're SpongeBob?
No, but
That's
like I
Patrick.
just see
There's
eyes
Patrick to the
everywhere.
right. There's
I really hate
Krabs
it. I
up
hate
top.
it. There's too many
And
eyes.
then obviously you know who SpongeBob is. Damn.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
And you get
I
All-Star
know,
Brawl.
I know too much SpongeBob.
Yeah. Who has a kid that likes watching SpongeBob? Dreadpool.
Who has a wife that likes watching SpongeBob? Dreadpool.
Oh, yeah. And you didn't buy this for her? Wow. Guess you don't love her. I'm just kidding, Dread. I'm just kidding. All right, moving on to the next topic. That was SpongeBob. There is another hardware here. The Fallout Xbox Wireless Controller, Elite Controller at that. The SPECIAL customizations. I don't know what any of these dots are. I have read this entire article from top to bottom to find out what special means, and I cannot figure it out. All right, so
You got to play the game to find out.
yeah, apparently. All right, so it comes in 4 pre-designed loadouts. It comes in Vault Dweller, which is this blue, gray buttons, and gold. It comes in Brotherhood, which replaces the blue with gray and red.
The rest of that blue should also be red then. It's off-putting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got Pip Boy, which is, I don't know, like a tannish, pinkish tan. I don't know how else to say it. And then you have Mutants, which is green, which is the best looking one in my opinion. The nice metallic green with green here.
I kind of like the Vault Dweller.
Which one do you like the most?
Yeah,
Which
that
design?
one.
Yeah, I think that one is just
I
because
think
all the
that one-
colors go together versus the other ones, they're just like, hey, we're gonna just do some minimal effort and swap like 2 pieces, and don't go with anything.
I think just overall as a design that looks good together. I'm actually surprised you like this controller, Cool Cat Terry.
I mean, compared to that ugly SpongeBob one, this one looks nice. It's got that
This one has-
logo.
Oh, there you go. That's the way to get Terry. Sell low, buy high.
I'm not gonna buy it.
I'm just saying this one here has so many more eyeballs.
I can't see them.
But they're dots. They're dots.
They
They're
don't
not like eyeballs.
They don't stand out. They're not looking for my soul.
All right. I'm asking the chat which design they like the most. Let us know in the chat. Let's see. So Lost Boomer says new time. No, we had a time change here in the US. We spring forward. It is daylight savings time, Lost Boomer. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Even though maybe we're early for you.
See, and that's what I was saying, that we need to, spread the word out there. That
Yeah, daylight savings needs to go away forever.
Yeah.
The rest of the world gets confused. We live with it and we get confused.
Yeah. Shout out to RWK88. He says, good morning, y'all. Good morning, RWK88. Thanks so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. Back on SpongeBob, my wife agrees with Terry. Yeah, too many eyes. Why did they make this? To make money.
Yeah.
To make money. My wife also agrees with Terry. This is better design than that SpongeBob.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
It looks nicer.
And Jacob Novik already ordered it. I ordered the first one, Vault Dweller, mainly as a late birthday gift since it arrives in 4 weeks, but my 24th B-day is in 3 days.
Oh,
wow.
well,
Happy early birthday to you.
Happy
Jacob
birthday.
Novik, 24 years old. Thank you so much for joining us. Wow. Glad you want to hear to us more mature people talk about games. But yeah. Okay, so
now speak for yourself on mature.
yeah, maybe not so mature. I think Dreadpool has a point. A megaton of exclamation. Each of Vault Boy's special traits with the Fallout top case and cap design available exclusively at Xbox Design Labs. Combinations as unique as the wasteland.
I found my Lost Boy. He's right there, right underneath the thumbstick. He's got the beard.
Upgrade your loadout. And lots of inspirations for the wasteland. And of course, lots of Fallout advertising. Of course, this coinciding with the Fallout TV show, which, by the way, had another awesome trailer, but we've already talked enough about that.
So you
So
can
let's
actually
design
custom
our
it.
own Fallout controller, guys. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. Fallout controller. All right, so that's standard. Let's the back. And I guess we'll just take turns. Terry, the back. What color?
I don't know. Gray. Like
That gray?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want rubberized back grips and side grips, Dread?
Oh, yes, we do.
All right.
We
We
can't
sure
have
do.
this thing slipping out of our hands. Oh, wait. Can you swing that around?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Now do the rubberized side grips. Side view. Let's not do the side grips.
All right. No side grips. All right.
Yeah.
Bumper color. We're going green, metallic green, because I like it. Let me see. I don't know. It clashes. You know what? I
man.
like that yellow gold it has.
You
that,
know this is going to be an abomination, right?
Oh, it is going to be
It's gonna look
terrible.
awful.
There we go. It's going to be the same color as the Xbox Gold right there. That's
Oh,
as close as
man.
I can get. All right. Terry, you're up. We
Oh,
are on
God.
triggers.
Triggers?
Yep.
You know what? To make this ugly, go for more of like a teal.
Teal, like this one?
No. Go down.
She wants the metallic.
down,
This
go
one?
down.
Or do you want metallic teal?
Yeah, go in the metallics more up. Do like the over to the right. Keep going right.
Dude, do you
Go.
not know what teal looks like?
There, that's close enough. That one.
That's glacier blue.
Jesus.
I thought this one did say metallic blue, phantom blue, midnight blue. And
Oh, it does.
no, I don't know what teal looks like. I'm not a girl.
Good lord.
Blue, green. Okay.
That's what teal is, blue green.
That's literally it. Yeah.
All right. Dred, you're up. The
Seafoam.
the crosshair.
The
The D-pad.
What does metallic black look like?
Ka-chow.
Yeah, no. No.
Slight change.
Let's do the metallic blue. Yeah, that one. No,
This
in
one?
the center. Yeah.
Okay.
What does the blue on the right of it look like? No, the one in the center. Go with the center one.
All
I
On
right.
think
the
that
right
go-
matches the blue that's on top a lot more.
Yeah, and yeah, matches the suit a lot better. What about the blue up top, the non-metallic?
This one.
No, let's go with the metallic. I like the metallic.
All right. Metallic. All right. My turn. Thumbstick colors. I'm gonna I'm trying to match the Pip-Boy. His hair, because he has like a green shirt too. I'm gonna go this light green to make it as ugly as possible, just like Terry said. All right. Terry, you're up. The buttons.
Do white with black letter.
Black letters. These?
No,
White
white
with
black.
black. There you go.
White with black. Okay.
Which
That
means
one?
black on white. Real fast, do the gray on white. See, I like that one better. All right, go with Harry's.
Yeah, this is Terry's turn.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to see what it looked like while we were there. That's all.
And now
All
it's Dreadpool's turn. The
menu buttons.
menu buttons.
You know what I'm going to go with. I'm going to bury those.
Visible.
All right, and no custom text because I don't feel like Terry. All right, there you go.
Oh, that
The
we should
Good
do
Morning
DMX.
Pip-Boy custom controller, guys. Get yours today at Design Labs.
No, turn around. Go hit yes. Turn that around. Hit
GMX.
GMX.
All right, hold on. GMX.
Now you got to turn that around. There it is.
There you go. Get yours today, guys. Our version is only $108.94
Plus tax and shipping.
plus shipping.
Oh goodness.
Zoom
There you
in,
go.
zoom in.
Can I zoom this in more? Let me see.
Oh no.
No.
I
That's
just
as
saw you
good as
zooming
I
in and out
can
of the controller. So I
Maybe
yeah.
maybe if you pick the option for like the front face, it might zoom in more instead of the letters.
I don't know. Oh, this?
Yeah, does that let you zoom in?
No.
No, this is it.
Lame.
Oh, there's preview design. Let me hit preview. And I can't rotate the preview. There we go.
Oh well.
Oh well, but there you go. $108 for the Good Morning Xbox Pip-Boy
That looks.
console.
Part of it looks good and part of it don't.
It would have been cool if you could have.
I had to pick the ugliest colors alive. Look at this up
Dude.
here.
You did like metallic teals and metallic pinks. It looked awful.
Oh my god, this is terrible.
Funny part was I was actually trying.
I
don't know, but
me and Terry were not. We were just.
No,
No,
trying
I
to
was
be
not
ugly.
trying.
No.
Yeah.
Although I was trying to blend it.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. One that's actually designed well. All right. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat real quick. See if anybody wants to buy our stuff. Let's see. Okay. Lost Boomer says that they do daylight saving times later last week of March, but he thinks that they do it at the same time. Yeah. There you go. Jacob, thanks. Yeah, I was originally supposed to be born in April 4 weeks later, but I was in March. Hey, March babies are the best. I know because I am one. Let's see. I've heard that joke before, Jacob. So Jacob Nova goes, want to hear something funny? In my opinion, a boy tells his mom, I finally finished a puzzle in 3 years. The mom answered, why did it take that long? The son said, the box said it was going to take 4 years, 4+ years for the age group.
Goodness.
My wife says, it's a good Contra. It is a Franken controller from Lost Boomer and not bad at all. All right. But we asked the chat which one of the standard designs they would like, again, to review. Vault Dweller, Brotherhood, Pip-Boy, and Mutant. Of course, my favorite being I love green. I like the Mutant one the most. But that's what I think. Terry, what does the chat think?
All right. 44% said Vault Dweller. 22% said Pip-Boy, as well as another 22% for Mutant, and 11% Brotherhood.
Okay. Would you buy this, Terry?
No.
You're not going to buy what we created together?
No. Look,
Dreadpool, would you buy this?
I'm happy with the one that came in the box.
You know, I would buy the Vault Dweller. I might actually buy our version, but I would change the stuff that you guys put on.
No, you're not buying our version, then you're buying your version.
I would. You see how these are grayed out and blended in? I would do the exact same thing. Blend it all in as best as I can. But I think I'd end up with the Vault Dweller anyway. If you look at it.
Well, if you get rid of all the blue that you can too, and you can blend all that in.
Yeah. Vault Dweller, there you go. Specs and compatibility, specifications. Just regular stuff. So I'm using my Halo Special Edition one, that came out when Halo Infinite launched. And I love that I haven't had to put a battery in it forever and that it just has that 40-hour battery life. That is the best part of the controller to me. I was thinking about replacing it so that I stop using it because I don't want it to break. It's been a few years. But
I'm still using this one.
Yeah. What is that one?
This is the 20th edition, 20 years.
Oh, I didn't get a hold of that one. Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is beautiful. But I also bought the let me disconnect it here. I bought the charge pack that goes with it.
I love those charge packs.
So
those are the best because they're like a cradle and a charge pack at the same time.
So it's a nice display. You charge it. I just don't like the fact that you have to change the backing because I did the same thing with this controller.
The Starfield controller.
I had to change the backing so I can charge it. But I got the same thing for this one. And it's the white.
Okay. Those are the best.
So
hard to find now too.
Yeah. Well, it's like we were talking about the Sea of Thieves one. I bought this one.
Yep.
And It looks beautiful, but here's the funny part. I opted not to buy the charge pack. It's just a stand. I should have bought the charge pack.
Oh, I bought the charge pack for that.
Yeah. Forgive the dust.
I wish you could buy those pieces forever and ever and ever, like in perpetuity.
Yeah.
And especially the battery, because once the battery wears out, you can't replace it.
No, you can replace them.
I haven't been able to find a replacement battery for those.
Send
me the link.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry guys, I have a hangnail and I gotta get it.
It's you should be able to look up Razer, because these are both Razer.
Oh, Razer branded?
Stands. Yeah.
Razer bought the rights to it. Okay, that's why I can't find it. Okay.
You're welcome. Gosh.
All right.
Anyways, I messed everything up.
Let's see. So the Fallout 1 is my 7th controller. Wow. How many Xbox controllers do you have, Terry? Current Xbox Series X. Since the Series X launch, how many have you bought?
None. I just got the one that came in the box.
Okay. Dread, what about you?
I got the one that was in the box. And I also got the 2 here. I have, let's see, the other one that was in the box. And I got Death Dealer, what the heck's it called? The vampire one that nobody likes, that is actually pretty good.
Jesus.
Redfall. I got a customized Redfall one with her name on it.
Yes.
So what's that? 5?
5, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the one that came with it. I bought this extra white one.
Oh.
On launch day, I bought the Halo edition and I have the Starfield edition. So I have 4. I have 4 controllers.
You want to see something funny?
Let me see it.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese 8-bit dough.
For the Switch. No, it's Hyperkin.
Hyperkin, that's right. You already told me that.
Yeah. First, I could switch it to Switch or what is it, Wi-Fi or something, or Bluetooth. I just haven't tried seeing if it would connect to anything else yet.
Wow.
I forgot. I have one custom one I made. I forgot about it because I don't use it. It's in the closet.
I got to make another custom one. I had a custom PlayStation 4 controller made for me with Deadpool, but they changed it to Dreadpool. So
okay,
yeah, even Xbox Pope, which is now Pope Art.
Pope Art, yes,
he did a custom Dreadpool for me, console and controller.
Here, the one that I made. I forgot about it.
Oh, there you go. So Terry has spent some money on controllers.
Yeah.
Do I have the? Oh, that's a nice one.
What does it say? coolcatterri on it?
Yeah.
Sorry, you moved it around too much. It was on. Yeah, there it is. coolcatterri. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. I'm clicking around a lot right now.
Yeah.
Jacob Novik asked, off topic. What's y'all's opinion on the upcoming Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
Cash grab.
Yeah, this is what I think right here. Punch out.
I just want to see him like beat him out of social media and everything. Just get rid of him. Just I'm tired of these guys. You know, all his matches have anybody,
he hasn't fought a real boxer. I mean,
guys.
Here's a young guy in his 30s about to fight someone that's in his 60s.
Yeah, but all his other matches, they're I mean,
they're not real. He hasn't fought a real boxer. I think he fought one real boxer and he got knocked out.
Yeah.
And that guy wasn't even like anyone big. He was just a boxer.
Yeah. You know, and it's I get the fact that he's been training and this and that. So, you know, props to him for doing all that. But again, it I can't stand these people that are above everybody else. They put themselves like they're better than this person and better than that person. And I understand in sports, you have to have that mentality, but he's not a sports guy. He kind of fell into it afterwards. He was already doing that with the other stuff that he was doing. That's why I just want Tyson to rip his ear off.
Go for the ear bite. Go for the ear bite.
But like, I don't know. It's like it's already a dangerous sport, and with his age, like you heal so much slower as you get older. Like it's
Yeah, but Tyson had that one rematch bout that he did with the I can't remember the guy's name now.
Evander?
Who? Black
Was it
Panther?
Evander Holyfield?
No.
Oh, anyways, okay, keep going.
Yeah, no, it's just either way, Tyson will be fine. Even at his age. Tyson will have no issues with even at his age. The beauty of it is when Tyson says that he had to get away from all that stuff because he becomes when he's practicing, he becomes that monster again. And I just love the fact that he is a true champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
He's one of the best.
yeah.
Let's move the show along here. Dan, the man Cunningham, joins us. He says, "Hey all, how's everybody doing today?" Hey, we're doing great. Thank you so much for joining us on this Daylight Savings Sunday. And I saw someone else jump in. Happy Greek Dude joins us. Happy Cloud Gamer joins us. He says, "Thank you so much." He says, "I love that controller." Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Cloud Gamer. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you. All right. So up next, guys, let's get to talking about some games, but not really great news on games. WB discusses volatile AAA console games and will lean into free to play and mobile. So this comes from GameStop.com. So he says the company envisions a future Harry Potter game where you can live and work and build and play in a world on an ongoing basis. During a recent Morgan Stanley being one of the big financial institutions, right? Speaking of which, Warner Bros. Discovery Gaming boss J.B. Perrett, that's how I'm saying it, discussed some of the company's strategy for gaming going forward and includes more live service, mobile, and free-to-play games. He said, quote, "We're doubling down on games as an area where we think there's a lot more growth opportunity that we can tap into with the IP that we have and some of the capabilities we have on the studio where we're uniquely positioned as both a publisher and a developer of games." Okay, a whole non-statement there, right? We're going to do business. You should have just said that in an email, bro. Okay. Perret said, WB Discovery's recent gaming output has focused on AAA games for console. And that's great when games like Hardworks Legacy sells 22 million copies and becomes the best-selling game of the year. But this kind of success is never guaranteed in what Perret said was a volatile market. He pointed out that one of WB's latest big games, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, was a disappointment for the company. Okay, so he acknowledges the single-player game, amazing. The games as a service game, trash. In sales, okay? Not in ratings, in sales. So the plan going forward, he said, is to help reduce volatility by focusing on core franchises and bringing at least one of them to mobile and free-to-play space, okay? So they're going to make a mobile game get for those kids, as well as continue to invest in live service games that people play. More Suicide Squad. And spend money on over a long period of time. He wants that money that people play and spend money on over a long period of time. This will help WB Discovery generate more consistent revenue, he said, going on to tease that WB Discovery had some new mobile free-to-play games coming this year. Also worth noting is that just because WB Discovery may publish into new places, that doesn't mean it will necessarily stop making single-player AAA games. Rather than just launching a one and done, hey, who coined that term? A bunch of Xbox guys did. One and done. console games. How do we develop a game around, for example, Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter? That is a live service where people can live, work, and build and play in a world that's on an ongoing basis. Perret went on to say that WB Discovery is uniquely positioned because it has popular brands. He singled out Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and DC as its biggest, as well as 11 different internal game development studios. He also teased that WB Discovery has a strategic investment plan to help make future games more successful, adding that the company just recently brought someone on to help with the brand management and sustainability. So that just all this is just more information about the company. So WB acknowledged that Harry Potter, they had the best-selling game of 2022, but they're like mobile live service priority. Terry, live service Harry Potter replaces regular Harry Potter.
They'll make a fortune. They'll make a fortune.
They sold 22 million.
Live service will make them a fortune because Harry Potter is one of those franchises that just sells, and if they can microtransaction the hell out of it, they're gonna buy all of the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How many different wands can you get? You know?
Oh yeah, with different color designs.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if one person has that the Elder Wand, and you have to beat him to get it, and then somebody has to beat you, and then if you get it, you just sign off and never get back on, and the Elder Wand disappears forever.
Check out my wand. Then I've got another wand that extends too.
your camera.
Yeah. Should have went this way. Yeah.
So as gamers, we've been saying there's too many games as a service. We want more traditional games. The industry is saying, you know what, we can't do traditional games. They're too expensive and they're too high risk. They're too volatile. Is games as a service the answer, though? Anyone? Terry.
I mean, I think it is because it's a generational thing. You know, as time keeps going on, there's going to be less and less of us old school gamers around, you know?
Yeah.
So we're not dictating the market anymore. We like to think we are, but we're not. We haven't been dictating the market for a long time. Well, we'll definitely cry the loudest. But yeah, we're not the main ones, because even when you look at, you know, the successful single player games, you know, you have your Hogwarts, you have all your big ones, you know, like God of War, all that, right? When they will sell well, but majority of the people that even buy them aren't even playing them. So it's, you know, I don't know. It's like people say they want them, but then they don't do anything with it. Just like when people say that they want retro gaming back,
mm-hmm.
and then but they don't play it. You know, even with like backwards compatibility, which is fantastic. I love backwards compatibility. The majority of gamers aren't playing games from 2 generations ago.
Yeah, I think it was only like 5% was the last official number a couple of years ago.
Backlogs are so big already with current games. No one's going back to old ones. You know what I mean? They're barely going back to the current ones. You know, so it's just one of those things where it's just, yeah, we cry about how much we want it for nostalgia, but we don't really use it.
Tell you right now, if I was retired, I got a plan. All those backlogs. Alphabetically from oldest to newest. So yeah,
it's just one of those things where the younger generation of gamers, they're numbering us, and they're the ones dictating the market, and this is what they play. They play stuff on their phone, and they like their subscription style gaming. So that's what we're gonna have.
Yeah, I feel that modern gamers are more fad gamers. They'll jump on the latest fad. You know, they jumped on the PUBG fad, then they jumped on the Fortnite fad, and then they jumped on the and I'm just using battle royales as it's the easiest one to point out fads on. The Apex Legends, and I think that's the last one as far as battle royales that has been successful.
God.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty Warzone fad, yeah. So I feel that that gamers are more fad gamers than they are hardcore gamers. Like when you think hardcore gamers, you think of someone that plays a lot of different variety of games,
Yes.
invests a lot into that stuff. But I think the definition of hardcore gamer is more like millennial gamers, and we're getting older, and we're gaming less and less as time goes on. So I think the term hardcore gamer is kind of disappearing and moving into what the younger generation is, which is, I don't want to call them fad gamers as I feel it's disrespectful, but I don't know what else to call them.
I mean, that's basically accurate though, because that generation is like the TikTok generation. You know, they go
Attention
from
span of a
they keep
fly.
jumping from one popularity phase to the next. You know,
Yeah,
so
whatever
that's
their
just
favorite streamer's on, that's what they're on, right?
yeah, that's literally all that generation does is they're just like, what's the latest craze? You
I
know,
guess so they follow where the influencers are, so I guess we can call them influenced gamers
yeah, yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
fat gamers. Influenced
Well,
gamers.
if 5 YouTubers play the one game and they're the biggest grossing YouTubers out there, they're gonna be like, okay, that's the only game that matters because those 5 dudes said so. You know,
Yeah,
that's just how it is.
and this is why you have like 95% drops over 3 weeks on game populations. It's like, hey, oh, such and such game had a 95% player drop. Is it a dud? And it's like, yeah, well, the influenced gamers have moved on, and the hardcore gamers that stay like us aren't enough anymore, where we actually judge the game on its own merit. Whereas I feel that a lot of these younger generation, if the game is not streamable, it's not playable. Like if you can't make content out of the game, it's not playable. That's the way
Yeah.
I feel. And I can feel however I want. This is the future. That's their generation. They control it. That's the way they want to do it. That's the way they're going to do it. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. And so shout out to them. So the reason we're getting more games as a service is because that's the fad.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, right? If you think about it, Hogwarts was kind of a fluke, but yet you could see that it would do so well because of the name. You know what I'm saying? But it was a fluke that it was a
game in 2022 or
right.
2023. Well, I didn't see that coming.
But I'm just saying it was a fluke because the name itself would have just sold the game, right?
Yeah.
The fluke is the fact that the game was actually really good. Hence why it wasn't just a cash grab like they normally do with a lot of these big names.
Star Wars.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately. But when you look at it and then now you think, how are you going to follow up on this?
Mm-hmm.
You're not. You can't be able to follow up on something like this. And the only way to do that would be to guarantee that you will have continued players. And unfortunately, the next one being a games as a service makes sense because now instead of putting all your heart and soul in something that may or may not work, now you can go there, and then now as the game progresses, you can pivot and say, okay, well, this didn't work. We got a lot of feedback that this sucked. We can fix it. We can, and then we can kind of go from there. So I understand that part of it. I don't like it, but I can understand that part of it as a business sense. I'd rather have a game to just be able to play from start to finish and just be able to say, okay, this is a good game and move on. At the same time, you look at games that are out there. Look at Sea of Thieves, right? And I know that's a different topic, but you look at where they were with nothing versus this game coming out with everything, right? So, but you look at where it's at now. Where will this be in 5 years from now?
Mhm.
Probably not played, probably not touched, or then a few people going back and trying to clear out some backlog or finish up a game that they never finished.
I'm
So
waiting to buy this game until it drops to $30.
exactly. See, so you haven't even played it yet,
I
and
haven't
we know
played
it's a
it.
great game. So again,
Well,
it's
I have
just
because I have other games to play, but so
right.
if I'm gonna add it to my backlog, because that's where it's going, I'm adding it at $30.
But again, that's the thing is you got to think about where they're headed, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, the CEO is not thinking properly. He's just thinking money, right? And that's the worst part is the fact that he's seeing that games as a service works.
Mhm.
And I understand, like I said, I understand Hogwarts doing a games as a service because there's so much that they can do with that. But I still think that they need to focus on a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
You know, um, Hogwarts would be basically akin to a Sea of Thieves. You're not going to have much if you do it as a games as a service, but in time, it could be another Destiny, another Sea of Thieves, another. You know what I'm saying? It could be another one of those games as a service game that will have so much content that anybody jumping in at any time, there'll be enough to keep it going. Um, but you saw what happened with Suicide Squad,
Well,
right?
I mean,
It,
yeah,
it,
Suicide
it
Squad. What's that other one?
it's
Marvel's Avengers.
yeah,
The superhero team up games seem to not be doing well at all.
no, but again, it's. I think part of it is the storylines. Look at what was it, Guardians? That was a single player game,
Yeah, great.
and it was a great game.
Mhm.
So certain storylines, certain genres might be better. When it comes to pop culture, might be better in different genres of gaming, right? So single player might be the answer for certain things. Games as a service might be another answer for certain things. It's not always going to be the answer because the fact of the way that they're trying to do it, they're trying to sell you games as a service as a single player game, and
Mhm.
it's not going to work that way, and it won't work that way. And that's you want to do a multiplayer game. Well, they don't know how to do multiplayer games anymore because games as a service has become the new multiplayer game, and that's the worst part of it. So you have to have the fan base there to continue going, and if you don't have that, you might as well just made a single player game so that way you can get the hardcore people in and out. And then when you guys were talking about hardcore, I consider us not hardcore. I consider us more on the elite side because we do cover everything. We talk about it, we play it, we have communities that we interact with. We have people here in the chat because we're podcasting. So I think of us more of an elite uh, group of gamers when it comes to that.
Mhm.
Hardcore, I look at those ones that are only playing Madden, only playing FPS, you know what I mean? When it comes to
Mhm.
hardcore, there's no longer just hardcore and that's it. There's many different directions and niches for hardcore. So when it comes to that, I see that being a little different because you can be a hardcore gamer, but that doesn't mean you play Madden. It doesn't mean you play the thing that everybody does. We have people that are hardcore anti-culture gamers, right? So they
Mhm.
play anything that nobody else plays. We had somebody on Gaming Beyond the Box that only plays these weird anime Japan games that most adults would not touch because it kind of is on the weird spectrum of um, mature content, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there are people that only like we indie gamer, a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
He only does indie games, and a lot of those indie games are like competing with AAA games, which is the funny part. So it just depends on what you're looking at, and that's why it's hard to group somebody as a hardcore and just say, okay, these guys are hardcore. So it's that part of it is a little. It's hard to lock it down anymore as to, okay, this is what it is, because there's so many demographics now that could be labeled as hardcore.
I think it really comes down to how you want to define it.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I would see it more as time spent. A casual gamer to me is someone who can only invest, a small amount of time each week into gaming. Whereas a hardcore gamer is putting in probably 30 plus hours a week in gaming.
Yeah, like a full-time job, at least a
Yeah.
part-time job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see it more as time spent because, your casuals, they're casually play a little bit here, a little bit there,
Yeah, and some people will consider hardcore gamers people that just play a huge variety and own and buy every game and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. But
You know,
that's
you
what
don't
I'm
have
saying.
to do
There's
any of
so
that
many different.
to be a hardcore gamer, because you could be a hardcore, Fortnite player. But that leans into that games as a service part that we were talking about. So, the new generation of hardcore gamers are games as a service gamers. Very few multi-game hardcore gamers exist nowadays.
I
Like
mean,
there's a young man at my job that he plays games a lot, but he mostly plays battle royales. He bought a PC specifically for battle royales. So that is his thing. He plays battle royales. He doesn't want to do anything else. He doesn't want to play single story, Starfield, or anything. He wants to play his battle royales.
mhm.
And he spends more time gaming than I do. Is he more hardcore than me? When it comes to that stuff, yeah, but I like playing my variety. They're just I have to agree with Terry's definition of more hardcore has to be time spent, not so much money spent or variety.
Yeah, because you got your gamers that only play 2 to 4 hours a day, and then you have your gamers that will literally, play the whole entire day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have
live in their
jobs.
mom's basement.
How does that count?
Yeah.
So,
It doesn't
like I
count.
said, it just depends on how you define it.
Yeah.
There's just too much variety in what we do when it comes to that. That's why I say, us as elite, we're not above anybody. It's just we do so much more than just game when it comes to games. We talk about games. We talk about the news with games. We talk about studios. We talk about music with games. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much more that we do. That's why I try to throw off a little bit of definition, because hardcore, like you guys said, is there's just so many different directions that you can be a hardcore gamer in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So let's see what the chat thinks. As much as successful hardware legacy was, it's clear why WB gaming is going games as a service. We old farts are not the main focus anymore. Younger gamers use touchscreen phones and live games. Yeah, absolutely. Jacob Novik says WB even said they can see a Hogwarts Legacy 2 as a games as a service game. Please no. I mean, it could work if it's okay. Like Halo has the campaign and has the multiplayer, and that happened in Halo 2 when it went live on the internet. It doesn't all have to be bad, but knowing WB, it'll be bad.
Also, since we're talking about WB, they're also delisting a bunch of their games right now too, because they recently got rid of Rooster Teeth. So.
Yeah,
they shut them down.
Yeah, I don't know which games are being delisted. Hopefully,
Ruby.
Everything that Adult Swim had anything to do with is gone. Ruby's gone. So.
Ruby's gone.
Ruby's gone. Yeah.
Oh my, that's the biggest. Rick and Morty games are gone.
No.
All right. Let's see.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. But as an old fart, I still love my single player store games. Absolutely. Let's see. I think WB gets into NFTs in the future. The wand talk might become real.
Might be.
But that's
how Lego games as a service game will work.
Oof.
By bricks. Lego World, I think, is games as a service already, where you can buy different maps and styles of Legos. Yeah. Let's see. I want to shout out, I think real quick, the retirement of the worst CEO ever, Jim Ryan. He took a picture smiling with London Studios. A few days later, Izzy, who stood in the picture with, was heartbroken.
Oh.
Yeah, heartbroken. Yeah. He that's cold blooded. That's cold blooded. I can't believe he did that.
I don't get it.
So Jim Ryan took a picture with London Studio, and later on that week shut down the studio because they had like a retirement party for him, and so he went there to get his retirement stuff, and he's like, "Hey, thanks guys, you're all fired."
Oh, what? Okay, yeah, no, that's dirty.
It's cold. It's cold. Just remember, if he treats his employees like that, just imagine what he treated his gamers at. You guys are nothing to Jim Ryan.
Yeah, but you also got to remember, just because he knows something, it doesn't. You can't say stuff like to your employees. You can't let them know that stuff is happening until it happens.
Screw that, man. That's cold-blooded.
No, it is, but that's part of business.
I wouldn't have shown up.
Yeah, I would have thought of a better place to do that.
I would have been like, no, thanks. Sorry, I got a meet and greet with the president. Let's see. Jason Max says Hogwarts had too much magic for me to learn. Yeah, and games as a service games need a community. You only have so many communities. There's 3 billion gamers, so you need $3 billion communities, I guess. And shout out to Xbox Insider. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. He said, "Did you see that Sea of Thieves hit #1 for pre-order on PS5? I think about that and what's out now and coming out. We'll talk about it here in a minute. We'll talk about it. And yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Lego Game Mode has been selling building plans. Yeah, Lego World or something like that, right?
Yeah, Worlds.
Yeah. All right. So that's gonna do it for that topic. Anybody else have anything left to say about WB Games going all in on games as a service? It makes me sad because not every games as a service is great, and sometimes I don't feel like playing with people. If that games as a service doesn't come out with co-op, it's not a good games as a service to me. Just being honest.
Yeah, and that's the thing is games are getting to that point where they're just going to be called games as a service, even if it's a single player game. I mean, how many games have we had right now that you can't play because the servers were down, and it's a single player game?
Oh, Fortnite went down this week. That's right. Everybody was freaking out.
Yeah, Fortnite just went down. Well, they were updating the servers, and they said it was going to be down for 8 hours, and when it came back up, it went right back down. So, yeah, obviously, but that's not a first person or a single player game, but that's what happens when you buy a game and the servers go down.
Absolutely,
it's gone.
All right, let's see. I'm going to end the poll there. Terry, we had a poll.
All right. What sort of console games do you play the most? 72%, one and done. 27% in games as service and 0% mobile.
Okay. Well, there you go. Most people that listen to our show are single player gamers. One and dones. Let's see. Xbox Insider said, I heard from my connections at Xbox that more games are coming to PS5 and PS games are coming to Xbox. I believe the first part. 100%. Believe the first part. But it is time for Terry's Indie Spotlight.
Woohoo! Welcome back to the Indie Spotlight, and today I'm going to show you guys a little new recent gem for you guys to check out. Now, for those of you that are into fighters, you like your side-scrolling platformers, then this is going to be for you. So let's check out Slave Zero X.
People of our glorious megacity S19, a terrorist walks among us. Now is not the time for fear, however. No.
Commander Frank!
Is it true? A pilot and a slave have risen against our Holy Father?
The pilot defies the Master. It's not my master anymore.
By design, a slave can't function without a pilot in control.
Prepare to engage!
Wait for it. Ready!
You must have thought this slave unit would bring you power. But power is nothing without control.
Suffer!
More.
End of the line, devil!
God's reckoning. I am the blade that will cut down his disciples. I am the devil, come to collect his due, and I will not be stopped.
All right.
Neato.
So, all right. So, Slave Zero X, which is actually the prequel to Slave Zero. This game takes place 5 years prior to the Slave Zero. For those of you who may have maybe tried that out, so go ahead and check this out. So you play as I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name properly, but I think it's Sho. It's Shou. He's a slave unit prototype. He's on a mission right now. So the whole like mega city S19 is ruled by Sovereign Khan, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna take that dude out. I'm over it. So you go ahead and have some fun with some hack and slash goodness. It also has a 90s inspired soundtrack. So if you want to, get a little bit more of that retro music in you, go ahead and check that out. And this game is available on all platforms for $25.
Okay. Fantastic indie from Terry and the sequel prequel to Slave Zero.
Yeah.
Is that, I don't know how else to call it.
Prequel.
Yeah, the prequel sequel to Slave Zero. Great indie spotlight by Terry. All right, we're going to change things up here. Seeing as this is everybody's mind here, we are going to talk about it. Here we go. So, Sea of Thieves pre-orders are through the roof. It is the #1 pre-order in several markets for PlayStation. And, I guess good for them. Now, there seems to be two editions, a $40 edition and a $60 edition. And the $60 edition is the #1 selling one. So let's get into what that means for the future of Xbox games, for the future of the remaining, I think what is it? 11 exclusives that they have left, 11 exclusive franchises. And everything else. Terry, is this for those of us that don't want to share with PlayStation, is this a bad omen?
What? That don't want to share?
Yeah, so you actually want things to stay exclusive, that we could have seen Sea of Thieves as a pillar of the Xbox?
I mean, from discussions that we've had, now this is a good thing. I mean, certain games aren't affecting the brand as much, and there are certain games that also aren't really growing and having the biggest impact as well. And I feel like Sea of Thieves, it's a successful game, but I feel like, to me, I feel like this game has been stagnant. The people who enjoy it are the ones that are still playing it, and that's pretty much it. It's not like on a continuous growth or anything like
Is
that.
that
It's
a bad
probably
thing? The game was successful.
It's probably
it had 20 million pirates.
Yeah, but if they had 20 million and now they're down to, let's say, 5, you know what I mean? The 20 million isn't anything to brag about anymore if they had a huge drop off. You just have your loyalists that are really into the game that are playing it, and everybody else has moved on to other things. So making it available to other gamers that didn't get a chance to it gives it an opportunity to grow again, and to so they can make some more money. And if they can get more people into it again, that means that they may consider making more content for it, versus they might have been on discussions of potentially ending it. Who knows? So like if enough players drop off on a game, then they'll stop supporting the game, and they'll either make a sequel or it'll just be done. So how long could Sea of Thieves really keep going? Like, I don't really ever hear people talk about it too much outside of when they have DLC come out. So it's literally people aren't playing it, unless they have a reason to go back. So this is a good thing, so that because now they're getting a lot of new people to play it that will hopefully enjoy it, and then that's going to push them to want to make more content and keep the game going versus giving it the axe.
So Sea of Thieves launched in 2018. It's later in 2018. It made it through 2023, so it's been on for 5 years. 5 good years. You don't think that's good for a games as a service game? I mean,
That's good for a games of a service game, but like I said, if they lost majority of their player base, I don't know what their concurrent player base is right now, but like if it's had a huge drop, I mean, even if they lasted for a long time, it doesn't really matter, to like most gamers are going to not care about it. They're like, who cares? I've played that game. I've had my fill and I've moved on a long time ago.
Okay.
So they need to make it relevant.
So this is to try to keep Sea of Thieves relevant. All right. Dread, Sea of Thieves, you played some Sea of Thieves.
Yes. So
this is a good, bad. What is your opinion?
my opinion is, if you guys seen American Pie, you guys know Stifler?
Yeah.
He said, did I say what was it? Did I say 20 million? Better make it 3 million. So you know what I'm saying? So no, 20 million, 30 million. If again, there's always, why not? If you can do more, why not? Because eventually that's the whole thing, is you get a huge influx of gamers that come in every season, every new mode that they put out. And same thing happens with Destiny. You get the influx, and then those that still play, but then you look at those that came in for that event and then that left. And that's the problem, is you want to keep more players playing as opposed to the just huge influx for the beginning of the event, and
that's the life of a games as a service game.
But
is content.
It is.
Destiny is a great example, though, because Destiny is seen as probably one of the most successful games of a services out there, but their player base has plummeted.
Well, it's because of this last expansion.
They plummeted way before
with all
that.
the drama.
Their numbers have been low for a long time. They keep trying. What was it? The one expansion barely sold compared to previous expansions, but even before that, players have dropped off because the game is just so unbalanced.
Well, they also had drama within the community because the devs got rid of people.
Yes, they've had that drama too. I mean, I get all that, but the player numbers have been plummeting way even before that. That stuff definitely is going to be a factor. But no, they have been on a decline for years and years.
Yeah. But you look at WoW, same scenario, but you can only have so many players, and that's the problem. Is you need to reestablish, and that's why you do new content, is to bring them back and hopefully keep them there. So when Sea of Thieves is doing this, they're just trying to expand the reach of Sea of Thieves. Because look at WoW, you can only play it on PC right now, so and that's a bigger market than console market is. Destiny is everywhere, so why not compete like Destiny does for the reach, so that way you can get Sea of Thieves everywhere. So I don't see it as a bad thing. It's just you have to keep a lot of people on there, and that's part of the thing, is the community. If you don't have a big enough community, and and again, Destiny is going to be one of those examples of when your community is against you because of your actions, whether it's the games that you're putting out, whether it's the stuff behind the scenes when it comes to real life with the devs or the owners or this or that, that stuff has an effect to the game. And when players get upset, they stop playing games with your game and move on somewhere else. And that's again, once you're done playing what you want to play, you move on, and giving them, this again, it's games as a service. We talked about it earlier, giving them fresh variety to get out there. It keeps people in. But if you're locked down on Xbox and PC, there's a whole market there between Nintendo and PlayStation that don't do PC. So if they're not switching over to PC, they're not going to do it, you know. But if you go to them where their preferred platform is, then they'll do it. They'll have the option of doing it. And look, it's the highest pre-order that PlayStation's ever had.
I wouldn't say ever had. It's just number one right now.
Well, right now, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like the precedent.
I know
I
you
didn't
don't.
like these games going over. I was very vocal about it. I think that it's a mistake. As Xbox guys, Xbox console owners, we obviously can't have anything nice. We can't keep our good exclusives. We can't keep. We get the inferior frames of games. We get games after they've been on other platforms first. We are like the beggar dog of the video game world treated. And you think Xbox would treat us better, but they treat us the same way. Like they give us scraps and say like, "Oh man, aren't you happy? You got some scraps, you dogs." you know. I don't like the precedent. This Xbox is going to use this to vindicate moving all their games multi-platform. They're going to use the amazing Sea of Thieves, which has always been amazing to me because I played it for 3.5 years, all the way through. I played all those Tall Tales. I've done it all on Sea of Thieves, right? And don't let these people who are like, "Oh man, Sea of Thieves is coming over. It's so great." Don't forget, they rated it a 69 the day it came out. I played it and thought it was better than a 69, right? Here's 3 years. Here it is on PC, a 67, even worse. And one outlet rated it on the Xbox Series X. 3 years later, Sea of Thieves is better than ever on Xbox Series X. Give it a 90. Oh, but it was a 69 back then. What was that? What was that website called? Multiplayer.it. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. All right. .it. No, not on there. So there must be a new website. It is. Everybody trashed Sea of Thieves when it came out, and I do mean everybody.
I
The
didn't.
Xbox guys on the media trashed it. Everybody trashed it, but now suddenly it's a 90 game somehow. I understand it has more content, but the base is still there. What do? You get on your ship with your crew, you sail around. There is no single player mode. They have the safer seas, quote unquote, but trust me, Sea of Thieves is not intended or made to be played by yourself. And that's one of the big gripes is like, man, I wish Sea of Thieves had a single player mode. You're not playing the Sea of Thieves is not for you. If you are want to sail alone, this is not your game. I was out there with, when Sea of Thieves was giving you the anxiety attacks every time you saw another thing that looked like a ship, much less actually be a ship, and I just don't like the precedent that this is setting. The Xbox is just going to use this as the example of, we're going to bring all our games over because Sea of Thieves was so successful. Hi-Fi Rush was so successful. Blah, blah, blah was so successful, right? They're just going to use it as the excuse to bring everything over to other consoles, and all our exclusives are going to go away. And everybody's like, "Oh, PlayStation's going to do it too. PlayStation's going to do it too." Are they? Because they haven't done it yet. They haven't. Until I see a PlayStation franchise, until Ratchet and Clank, or I don't know what other Horizon Forbidden West or something is on Xbox, I'm not going to believe it. This whole, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It hasn't. And that doesn't mean that it will. Just because one does doesn't automatically mean the other one will. Good for Sea of Thieves. They're going to get, I don't know, 5% more 5% of the PlayStation install base as that's all that any game seems to get on PlayStation, other than Call of Duty. Good for them, I guess. They're gonna get what's 5% of 20 million. You know, you have that's 500,000 more gamers. You know, it's just I don't know.
That's actually huge for them. So,
I cannot hear you, Terry.
I mean, I'm not muted. So,
No, you're not muted. You're just really far away. Am I the only one that thinks she's far away, Dread?
You're the only one that thinks she's far away.
you did something. But, so like I was just looking up some quick numbers. So like Sea of Thieves right now only has like 14,000 players just on Steam, and Xbox I'm sure is probably just as low, if not lower. So, we'll say they have less than 30,000 players.
Is that current right now?
That's current. That's
peak for the
current.
month
That's current.
or the monthly average?
Well, that's as of 23. So 2 years ago or 1 year ago.
1 year ago. Okay.
So they don't have players. Okay. When you look at games of a service, 30,000, 14,000, like that's not worth keep the lights on kind of a deal. So this literally could have been, they probably tossed around possibly shutting down the game. And this was their option to keep the game going. So if they can get 500,000 people, that makes the game worthwhile to keep it going versus shutting off. You're telling me you would rather have the game completely shut down over having PlayStation keep it running?
Yeah. Not everything needs to last forever.
Oh, goodness.
That's all I'll say. We're in this era where
Because
we get so like as gamers, I see it all the time. Oh, they shut down the service to Halo 2 after 20 years.
Yeah, but they have other games come out. That's not a good.
But they also have Master Chief Collection where you can play the Halo 2 servers.
Yeah, or they have like Halo 5 or whatever currently out. That's different. That's not a good analogy when they have sequels to play on. It makes sense to shut down those. Okay,
we need Sea of Thieves too.
Doesn't have a sequel, so if they were to just shut it down, that's all she wrote. It's done. It's dead. All right. They bring in PlayStation gamers. Their player count goes up. They now it's now worthwhile to make content. Any content they decide to add to the game that you actually get to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Thanks to PlayStation players investing in
thanks
this
to
game.
I'm never thanking them,
All
Terry.
right? So any content that comes out going forward may not have happened without PlayStation people getting invested in this game. So you wouldn't even get.
If I had to choose between Sea of Thieves shutting down,
you're telling me you would choose the game being shut down versus now you get new content coming out.
Give me the shutdown.
Here's the funny part.
You're being facetious. No, you wouldn't. You would gladly play any new content they add to that game that would only be made possible because they increased their player base by going to another platform. You would sit there and you would spend top dollar on that.
If you can show me the numbers,
you
I
would
will
spend
concede.
top
But
dollar
until
on
then,
that
this
DLC.
is all what ifs.
It is what ifs. But I'm just saying, if they had 14,000 gamers, they were probably going to turn the game off, Axel. Come on, you're going to tell me they're going to keep it going?
I better see an influx on Steam numbers once this launches on PlayStation. I don't even know what the launch day is, but whenever that is, I better see. And that Metacritic is going to be like, oh, PlayStation Sea of Thieves 90. And the console warriors are going to be like, look, Xbox gets the inferior version 69 versus 90. I swear to God, if Sea of Thieves has better graphics, better, smoother frame rates on PlayStation than Xbox, I don't know. It's giving me less and less reason to believe that we're treated good as Xbox gamers.
Here's the funny thing, right? After everything's said and done, you're playing a PlayStation game, and you go, you know what? This game actually is an Xbox game that you're playing on PlayStation. Think about that.
What?
Think about it. When you're playing you're playing a PlayStation game.
I have to think about it because that was confusing. Say it again.
Think about it. All right. So you're playing a PlayStation game, and then someone goes, hey, did you know that that's actually an Xbox game? It came out on Xbox first. Xbox made that game. Think about those.
Like, cool. That means I don't have to buy an Xbox.
No, it just means like, oh, for those that didn't know, this is an Xbox game. Oh, okay. So when they come out with a second version, it's only going to be on Xbox, and you can either wait for years until
wait 5 years.
Wait a year.
Again,
it's
so it just depends. The exclusivity, limited exclusivity. There's still going to be Xbox. This came from Xbox. Just like there's PlayStation games that are coming over to Xbox also. MLB The Show is one of them, right?
Not
So
from
everybody's like,
PlayStation.
oh,
That's coming because of MLB.
because right, I understand that because MLB is saying, hey, we want you to come over. I get that. That's fine and dandy. But what I'm getting at is the fact that we all know that MLB is made by PlayStation. There's a PlayStation studio that made it, right? Do we not know that? We know that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those that don't realize it will find out after the fact when their buddies go, hey, you're playing a PlayStation game. Do what?
And look,
And it's going to be the exact same thing the opposite way. You're playing Sea of Thieves, you're playing Grounded. Some Xbox buddy's going to come by and be like, "Oh yeah, I was playing that, years ago." What do you mean years ago? This just came out. Yeah, on your platform. On my platform.
I don't foresee this conversation happening anywhere.
Oh, I see it happening.
Because people who play PlayStation hang out with people who are just as clueless playing PlayStation. Like, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, but the same could be said for any platform now. So
That's my point, though. Birds of a feather flock together. So if that person didn't know that this was that this came out on Xbox, their friends probably sure didn't know.
Well, I tell my friends about Game Pass, and I've told you guys over and over about this. And every time I talk to them, they're like, "What's Game Pass?" So again, I think it's it depends on how you look at it.
But look, if PlayStation does give better graphics, an Xbox Studio did it.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, being treated like the sad dogs that we are, And you want to love the brand. I do love the brand because I do like the games, right? Make no mistake, I am an Xbox gamer for the games. But when the games aren't there, I'm just going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go where the games are. Phil Spencer talks about like bringing the games to where the gamers are. Yeah. Gamers also go where the games are. And the rival console, PlayStation, makes it well known and does a very good job of letting people know that you can't play this anywhere but PlayStation. It is one of their strengths, their marketing strengths. They don't have mixed messaging. They don't change business strategies on a whim because some intern brought it up to Phil Spencer or whatever. They don't do any of that. They stay true, and they are the number one gaming brand right now. And until PlayStation directly publishes onto Xbox, I think all of you guys are lying. All of you guys are running on hopium. Like, hopium.
When you boot up Pentiment, those that are loving Pentiment, you boot it up. It says Xbox. Same thing.
But nobody's booting up anything on Xbox that says PlayStation outside of MLB The Show that was contractually required by MLB. That was not PlayStation's choice.
Well, if you're playing on Microsoft PC, you're playing on Xbox. So
that's what they want me to say, but I have yet to experience. And shout out to JS Corden, who made a very good point. If every screen is an Xbox, then the UI should be the same, the interaction should be the same, everything should be the same. I'm playing an Xbox game on PC. I'm not playing an Xbox, right? Just flat out. So as I said, I'm a gamer. I'm gonna go where the games are. And PlayStation, Phil Spencer said this, that every time they publish a game on PlayStation uses the revenue of that game to lock games away from Xbox. And what's he doing? You know what? Even though I said that, let's do it anyway. It is so much mixed messaging. It's insane. And don't think that all these this is setting the precedent. Xbox games are coming to PlayStation, 100% of them. It's just a matter of time. There was 5 years between these two articles, I think. I want to say there was 5 years. 4 years, 2016 and 2020, sorry. 4 years. So get ready to see Halo on PlayStation 6, all that good stuff. It's going to happen. Yeah, and all of it is going to happen. Now, Xbox went full PC before PlayStation even moved over one game to PC. Years later.
And what did PlayStation say? We're moving to PC also because we can't do exclusives. Exclusives are not paying to keep us afloat, so we have to go to PC also.
Yeah.
So that being
Yeah.
said,
Your
it's
14,000 Sea of Thieves people aren't paying to keep the game afloat.
Yeah, but when Sea of Thieves was peak, it had like 3 million concurrent players.
Yeah,
At
but
its
they
peak.
haven't had millions in years.
at
And
its
you don't have
peak,
to. Not every game needs to, like, again, the fad goes away. The fad goes away.
Yeah, so in the last 3 years of the 5 years it's been out, they've had less than 500,000.
and they opened it up to be single player so that you're not PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just don't get to float around with other crews, but you can still bring your whole crew with you. But I don't. I played Sea of Thieves single player and it sucks. Trust me.
It sucks for your type of player.
Part of Sea of Thieves is playing with a friend and the chaos that ensues.
That might just
And
be
when
your
I
play
do
style.
say chaos, I do
also-
mean
that
chaos
could be
because
that could be
man,
your play style. Some people absolutely hate playing with others.
Some people
well,
hate the
Sea of Thieves
trolls,
not-
and
it's not
some
their
people
game.
love
It's
being the
Skull and
troll.
Bones, I don't know. You know.
But that's the thing. Some people love being the trolls on the high seas. Some people hate the trolls on the high seas. So
Oh, weird. I've run
you
into
know,
my fair share of
it's
trolls.
a whole bunch of difference of opinion. Well, you have a lot of grifters that play Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
And that's
yes.
all they get their rocks off, and just messing with people that are just trying to do their own thing, and not even messing with anything, just doing their own thing, and they're getting hacked, or not hacked, but
Griefed.
they're getting they're getting
Yeah.
messed with the whole time.
Yeah,
They're
popularized
getting
again.
caught.
That griefing was popularized by a streamer,
Right.
but it's also popularized in the game. There's literally a faction in the game that's all about grifting.
No,
So-
no, I get it. That's the whole point about it, because it's just like if you literally were in the Caribbean and you said I wanted to go sail that, and go to visit some island or something, and there's pirates there, they're not going to be like, oh, well, he doesn't want to be messed with, so we're not. No, I get that. That's the whole point. It's called Sea of Thieves. I get that. But if you want to have people there,
But it's a video game. People want to have fun.
right? It's not real life, but I understand they want to mimic real life with those choices.
I can't
And
tell
I
you how
get
many
that.
times I had vengeance on grifters on Sea of Thieves because I got griefed many times.
Yeah.
And then I went and got vengeance, and it was glorious.
But
and
you're
I,
that
I
type
was,
of
and we
player.
would be, the what is it, the Sea of the Damned?
Yeah.
The boat of the damned. We would be in the boat of the damned, all of us, after we all died, and we got revenge, laughing it up because it was a fun time. If that is not your kind of game, then Sea of Thieves is not for you. But it is for 500,000 of them, or however, how many thousand, Terry, on Steam?
There's only 14,000 on Steam.
It is for 14,000 of them. So-
14,000 is not a lot.
That's minuscule numbers, man.
Compared to 3
For a game
million.
of a service.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
That's
But-
okay, then it's time to hang it up, man. This is the last
that's
content.
them saying,
drop.
hey,
Look
we
at-
can't
look at it
turn
this
the
way.
server
Let's move
off.
along.
Axel,
You
look
know?
at it this way. You'll get to go back onto Sea of Thieves and grift all those PlayStation players.
Are
Because
they,
they will
are they
be
adding
playing-
crossplay?
Oh yeah, of course. It's an Xbox game.
Yeah.
Yeah, crossplay comes standard.
Crossplay.
Yeah,
It's going to
becomes
have.
standard for Xbox, but not for PlayStation.
That's right.
So they
Again.
might not allow crossplay. That's what
Yeah.
No,
that's
I'm
what
sure they'll
asking.
allow it because of the way that it's the
Crossplay
game
is
made.
standard on Xbox, which is amazing.
You have to log into Xbox. You have to set up an Xbox account to play these games. Oh, wait, that's right. You have to log in as an Xbox account to play these games.
You know what
Huh.
that means? When we look at account holders,
Huh.
PlayStation people are going to be mixed into the count, Axel.
Huh.
It's like you're all just
So
one
PlayStation
community.
players will be Xbox players on a PlayStation console.
You're
Huh.
see.
one community.
You know what?
Huh.
When those PlayStation players are stop being trolls, I'll believe you.
The Sea of Thieves players are trolls. You guys are meant to be together.
I'm meant to be together. A match made in heaven. A match made in the high seas.
You
By
didn't
the way-
realize it. They were
By the
your
way,
own
guys,
cousins.
another way we're being treated like dog crap. The Sea of Thieves Premium Edition $60 one comes with all this stuff. It comes with weapon and pets. It comes with deluxe edition content, a Warsmith ship set, season 12 plunder. You get the plunder pass with it. You get the which is their version of a season pass. Okay, it's called the plunder pass. For those of you that don't play Terry, So you get 5 days. Don't care about that, and you get a
I have a
diabolical
smuggle
dog pit.
pass. All right, so
Well,
I'm
did
happy.
you- Did you get the Sea of Thieves perk for this month?
No, I haven't. But I saw it, and I wouldn't get it anyway because it's not great.
Still
I
a
saw
perk, it's
the
still
photo
free.
of it. And I'm like, nah, pass. Not my
Still free.
Not my thing.
Download it now while you can. It's still free.
Yeah,
Because
but it's
after a
not this.
while,
It's not this.
it's not that.
Yep.
Hey, look at that. Good
They
thing
get
it's not that.
exclusive content over at PlayStation, even on Xbox games, guys. One more way we're being treated like,
No, it's exclusive.
the dog of the seas.
It's exclusive to the pre-order.
Look at here, you sea dog Xbox gamers. You don't get the diabolical dog pit. You don't get the Dark Warsmith ship set / costume. You don't get let's see what else. Everything. You don't get the plunder pass for. You don't get it there. I guess everybody has access to it, but you got to pay for it. Xbox.
Yeah, but they probably got a different one for free years ago.
No, the plunder pass has never been free. Just being honest here. So, yeah, you sea dogs. So, anyways, I'm against this because again, even Xbox games are giving PlayStation gamers exclusive stuff. So,
Huh.
there you
Look
go.
at that. 2021, you get it.
2021, you get what?
The diabolical dog.
What do you mean
Was released.
2021?
But you didn't get it.
It's a collector's pet, a cosmetic variant of the Crimson Crypt set.
Yep, the Crimson.
And that's on Xbox.
Yes, but you have to pay for it.
Okay.
They are paying
They're
for
paying
it.
for it here.
It's included in their price.
So,
You just mad that yours wasn't a bundle pay?
hey man, I subscribe to Game Pass. How come I don't get it?
Pay is pay.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right?
You know what? Like,
Because it's old content.
Dude, they're yeah.
It's
Man,
content you should have already had.
Dude, he's like, how
You're
dare
a
they have to
showback?
pay? How
Nice.
dare they have to pay for content that I had access to for the last 3 years?
So Sappho is not a scalawag.
Sappho's not what? A scallywag?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a showback.
No.
He's an
None of
honorable
our reviews are
showback.
scallywags. So again, get ready to see Halo on PlayStation, and again, all of the games, all of Xbox games are going to go to PlayStation before a single one comes over.
Okay.
I am willing to bet money on it because
Bet
PlayStation
money.
will not do it.
What?
That Xbox games will go over like all of the franchises will go over, just like all the games went to PC before a single PlayStation game will come over published by PlayStation.
Well, again, if you're playing on PC, you're playing on Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft
playing
is
on
Xbox. Xbox is Microsoft.
Yeah, that's what they want you. You're buying into the words, man.
Xbox is
Unless
PC.
you're
PC
a
is
Mac
Xbox.
or Linux gamer, I guess.
Yeah, that's really.
Like, I gotta
Look-
fight the system. Linux all the way.
Well,
Okay.
Linux penguins. Let's check in with the chat. We've done a
It's
lot.
been a
of
while.
talking. It's been a while. Okay.
We're the rebel rousers.
Yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Xbox Insider. He said, "Scraps, Game Pass is the best service in gaming," but I get the sentiment. It is the best service in gaming. You want to know what's even better with the service? Exclusivity.
You know what
Give
else?
me a
Is
reason to subscribe.
Well, Game Pass is exclusive. They even
For
said it
now.
for now.
They gave me
For
a reason
now,
to subscribe.
Dreadful,
I'm
for
saving
now.
money each year, not buying all those games full price. So that's my reason to subscribe. I don't need exclusivity.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to find out where it is. Let's see. Sony fans are getting Xbox games while Xbox passes PlayStation in yearly revenue. Sony fans don't know how to respond. I mean, Xbox knows how to make money. I'll give them that. Right? Yeah, they just released the PvE Wimpy Mode 2. Geez. Yeah, with reduced rewards. I remember that. Yeah, the Safer Seas is what they call it.
Hey, you
Yes.
know what? At least they're giving them reduced rewards, because think about it. You really want them to play the main way.
The adventure mode
Yeah.
is what it's called. Yeah.
So I get that.
I love the adventure mode. I don't mind running into the crews and getting killed. It's part of the game. So let's see. Road trip. Did I say 2? Better make that 3.
Yeah, it was Road Trip.
Yeah, it was the same actor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sean
same
Williams Scott, is it?
Yes, Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
He basically, those two characters, they're the exact same as Stifler.
They're the same character,
But it's
essentially.
the same character.
Xbox Insider says when MLB The Show has 6-1 players on Xbox, you know Sony is thinking about it. Maybe, but they're still not doing it. And again, I am willing to bet money on it. That is how much I am sure that Sony won't publish on Xbox.
What's your time frame?
You know what? This is 4 years. It took 4 years for this to happen. Let's do 4 years.
So if Sony doesn't release one of their games outside of the
Published
show,
by Sony. Not
so-
published by MLB. Not published by God knows who. By, I don't know, by Ubisoft. Published by
So first
Sony.
party. So a first party PlayStation game
On Xbox?
on
Or
Xbox before
4 years.
2028.
Yep.
They're still working on day and date. Okay, so I don't give them 4 years. I'll
4
give them
years.
8 years.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll give them
It
8
took
years.
4 years for all of Xbox games to go to PC.
Right.
And I'm
But
going to call it right now. It's going to take by the time next generation starts, for not next generation for Xbox because it might start early, but next generation for Sony, all of Xbox games will be on PlayStation. I can almost guarantee it. And the reason is because they're going to use. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. See what you made me do, Terry? You got me all fired up. And the reason is they're going to use this as a catalyst to justify. You see, guys, it's good for business. It's good for Xbox gamers. We made more money, therefore it's good for you Xbox gamers. You see, dogs. Even though you get inferior versions of the games we make on the console that eats monsters.
Yeah, but you also got to remember, Phil got games 4 years to go day and date on PC and Xbox.
Mhm.
PlayStation is just now doing that.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. 4 years.
So, no, I give PlayStation 4 years to do day and date
On PC
on
and
PC.
nothing on Xbox. No, that's
And
not the
nothing
bet.
on Xbox. That's why
not
I'm.
the bet.
That's why I'm saying 8 years. Give them another 4 after that.
Another 4 after that. So when Axel is 50 years old, yeah, no. So that's how sure I am. I mean, and it just you guys just proved my point. 4 years is a long time, and even then, Dreadpool's unsure. Yeah. So fun times, guys. Fun times. Brando Calrizi. I don't know if I told you that you are the real MVP yet, but in case I haven't, hey, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks for the follow on Twitter. I saw that. Destiny 2 just got way too grindy and too much microtransaction. I pop in every now and then, but once I hit the grind, I bounce. Yeah, that's the reason I stopped playing Destiny 2.
A lot of people have stopped for that reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says Ghost Recon would be great games as a service. Just saying, still, I like single player. Ghost Recon is a games as a service already. Wildlands, I think, started it. Yeah. And, we already talked about that. Let's see. You know what I realized in the past year? PlayStation fans hate Xbox more than Xbox fans hate PlayStation. That's how it seems to me. Absolutely true. I 100% agree.
So you got to be a gamer, not a platformer.
Yeah. Yeah, but I want as I said, I like the brands I like, and I want the brands that I like to do well, which is why I'm so fired up about Xbox. I play on everything, but Xbox is my primary. If you really want to see me get fired up, talk about Nintendo. So yeah.
You saw what I put out, right?
Huh?
You saw what I put down for Nintendo.
I saw that. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, I saw that on our DMs. Thank you. Let's see. That's not true. I play solo in Sea of Thieves sometimes. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you, son. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have been on Sea of Thieves, on a sloop, and we've taken another sloop, and we all four of us have gotten on ours and one sloop, and we've sailed in a single sloop. We just made friends, random friends, and we took on brigadines, we took on galleons, and they were like, "Oh, there's 4 of you. That's not fair." Nah, 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 nah. It's like, oh, sucks to suck, man. Don't start. You fight. You can't stop. Because it was just fun. The thing that sucks about that, though, is if your companions get killed, they respawn on their sloop way far away. So it's just fun. It's just fun. And that's the kind of fun that you can have in Sea of Thieves. Let's see. Half the controller makes the Sea of Thieves score higher on PS5.
You know what the thing is that
that's a good one, man.
People have done that though. People have, and that's the war side of it. People are finding different things to why we'll make this thing better over here when it really doesn't have that much of an impact.
It should, in theory, get a better review because they have 5 years of content in it versus, when it first came out.
Right.
And
you saw what 3 years of content got. It got a 90. Games
of service games tend to score low at the beginning because the thing that everyone complains about is the game doesn't have enough content.
Yep. Content. And remember, Sea of Thieves didn't have any story content when it launched either.
Mm-hmm.
Now it has story content, raid style content, strike style content, world events, all kinds of stuff, and rare events too. Like I sailed for a year every day trying to find a white megalodon, and the ghost, and I never ran into it. I mean, me and my cousin sailed for
some
6 hours a day.
Guy. Some PlayStation guy. Watch, Axel. Some PlayStation guy is gonna find it on his first day.
Yeah.
No. This is why we have the Sea Dogs. They find the white megalodon on day 1. That is some bologna. Oh my god.
You're gonna see pictures on Twitter. Look what I found. I only been playing for 2 hours.
I just logged in and look what happened. You son of a biscuit.
It literally was right outside when I got when I got loaded onto my ship, and boom, it was there.
You son of a gun. Yeah, no, because there's a rare achievement attached to it too. This is why I wanted it, because there's a white megalodon, the ghost achievement tied into it, and I wanted to unlock it so bad until I finally gave up. So yeah,
that's gonna make those trophy
going to be
hunters,
on those 2 passing ships where they're going to be looking at each other. He's going to be on the green ship. There's going to be a blue ship with a white megalodon attached to it as it drives.
That's another fun part about it. You can ride the megalodon. Yeah. On the rowboats too. Yeah, the megalodon is fun.
You're just gonna see the PlayStation icon next to their name, and you're gonna be like, "That son of a."
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait till the week after this launches. Terry, we're gonna talk about it again. Sorry, let's see. Jason Max says Game Pass is becoming a bigger brand than Xbox. That's what they're hoping for. They want Xbox to be the Game Pass to be the brand going forward. We talked about this, that Game Pass is going to become the exclusive now instead of games, and a lot of people are okay with it. I said I'm fine. I'll play it on PC. I'll Game Pass on PC. So yeah. Let's see. Gaming will become subscription service in cloud gaming, phone, and PC. Yeah, absolutely. Xbox Insider said you're getting Diablo 4 and Call of Duty on Game Pass and more, much more. Let the ponies pay for content on Game Pass. So far we're getting Diablo 4, but I don't get it on cloud. I play for Xbox Ultimate, don't even have it on cloud. So yeah. Shout out to Sith Lord. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning. Happy Mario Day. Hey, thank you.
Oh, yeah. And it's his birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday, Sith Lord.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sith Lord. Thank you so much for being here, letting us be a part of your day. And hey, guys, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. Hitting that thumbs up really helps us get discovered, especially in the live section of YouTube, where you can see Axel get all butthurt over Sea of Thieves.
Especially now that we've had the time change, too. So a lot of you guys slept in because you didn't realize it. You also had a lot of the other people in the rest of the world didn't know that we changed our time. So we're actually an hour early for them.
Yes.
So yeah, let's get the word out so that way everybody knows that the U.S. has changed the times.
Yes, absolutely. Be sure to tell your friends.
So everybody's on the same time.
Sony does not have enough games to share. Microsoft has a huge catalog from indie to AAA. Give me Final Fantasy. They locked that up. I know it's not PlayStation first party, but still,
I'll take Kratos.
PlayStation made it a point to be known as the console for Final Fantasy. And that says something. Just like they're going to make it a point to be known as the console for Grand Theft Auto. They have the marketing rights for Grand Theft Auto. Just like they made it a point to be known as the console for Call of Duty. So, it's just, they are very good at marketing. Xbox is not so great at it. I hate to say it. They just aren't, and it needs to get better on Xbox. Xbox really needs to flex that muscle. But when you're giving the competition your games, you're not flexing anything.
I think Sony has a lot more first-party games than what we're thinking of. They just have kept most of them in the vault for decades.
They're Disney. They're doing the Disney.
You know what I mean? They probably have a lot. They just don't do anything with them.
Let's see. Shout out to Sappho. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. PlayStation could get Hellblade 2 timed exclusive for 2 years. Their console and fan base are still hot garbage. Okay, but I want to play Hellblade 2 on Xbox. Yeah. Stalker 2 will come to PS5. Brace yourselves. Absolutely agree. Agreed, Stephen Avery. General Spartan says, I got Rise of the Ronin and Stellar Blade after that. If I don't see anything remastered from PS3, I'm done for the year. Yeah, those are 2 games that I do want to play on my PlayStation. Rise of the Ronin looks fantastic. Another one made by Team Ninja over at Tecmo. So it's one of those games where you gotta be good, get good. Although it's not as hard as a Souls game, it's still hard in its own way. And Stellar Blade, yeah. Stellar Yams, as Doggy likes to call it. Yeah, that one looks good. I don't know if it will score good, but it looks good. A pile of crap is still a pile of crap, no matter how hard you shined it. Yeah, but you can shine it. Mythbusters proved it. You can polish poop. They proved it. Let's see.
It's a lot of wax to polish with.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay for all those 4 games going to PS5. You kind of did.
Yeah.
Somebody paid for that development. Somebody paid for it.
Yeah, PlayStation 5.
No. That's just them recouping making more money at this point.
Yeah.
You beta tested it. They got all the bugs out, and now PlayStation gets it. Gets the 90 metas. While look at Pentiment. Just look at Pentiment. If Xbox tax isn't real, tell me what the heck is going on here, Terry. Okay, so let me share this. Okay, so this is Pentiment on Xbox, right? 86, 88 on PC, same game. 93 on Switch, same game. Not enough reviewers here. They have 3 reviewers. Let's see how they rated it. 95, 84, 80. Okay, so an average of about 86. So, yeah. Xbox tax is real, guys. Xbox tax is real.
Oh, I know Xbox tax is real. I've called them out several times.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be the fact that style of game makes more sense on a handheld.
Maybe. It's a narrative adventure. I'm actually very surprised you didn't play it, as I know you like narrative adventures. So let's see. But Shaddai played it, and Shaddai loved it. Shout out to Shaddai.
It's
You
single
just don't
player.
like the art style or something.
No, it's because it's single player. I honestly, all my single player games go to backlog because I only play co-op.
There you go. Sea of Thieves is for you, Terry.
No,
it's only co-op.
I hate that game so much. I hate that game. I don't have fun playing it. I don't.
All right, let's see. Xbox Insider, but Sea of Thieves now has PvE servers, no PvP at all. It's limited rewards. Yeah, we touched on it already. Yeah. Let's see.
Only thing fun about Sea of Thieves was throwing my friend in the brig. That was it. That was the highlight of the game.
We did that too. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. I hope the PlayStation guys get some icon on their names so they would be easier to find. We're going to introduce them to the pirate life. Yes.
Well, that'll be one way to get the game review bombed, won't it? If they all get hit by griefers.
They should take advantage of the console war. Sea of Thieves, Xbox versus PlayStation. Oh man, I'm sure somebody will come up with some data for that. I am 100% sure somebody will come up. Oh, because they compare us already on like, what is it, Call of Duty or something like that, or who are more toxic gamers, all sorts of stuff. So they already do. So I wouldn't be surprised if anything. And yeah, just so you guys know, people are having fun with this on Twitter. I mean, you guys want to start a fight, Sea of Thieves? We'll be sinking every PlayStation ship I come across. Yeah. So people are having a good time with this. Let's see. I'm gonna skip down because you guys are treading a lot. Shout out to you guys. You guys are amazing. Happy Cloud Gamer says, let everything go third party. Who cares if I can play my games on what controller I want? I remember PlayStation needs to buy their games. And remember, PlayStation gamers need to buy their games. Yeah. Again, it's not gonna happen. It's a dream. Phil Spencer has a dream, but it ain't gonna happen. You know? Just saying. Let's see. Oh yes, Safa brings up a good point. I'm starting to doubt it, to be honest, simply because the blowback from these 4 games was huge. It tanked their stock 1% when the news dropped. Did it? I mean, but they recovered immediately.
I mean, stocks rise and fall so much. I feel like 1% isn't anything.
I mean, we're in the era where they can fire literally everybody, and their stock will go up.
Yeah.
I think if you have layoffs, your stock should go down.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate. What happens is when you have those layoffs, now you have an influx of money that just wasn't going out. Now it's held down here. So now your stocks go up because now you have more worth, which is
dumb.
Ironic that it happens that way. But when you look at it, you don't have that money going out, which means that money is still here, which your value is higher, which means your stocks go higher because now
it's now a profit versus an expense.
Correct.
Sure. All that good stuff. Yeah. But, now less people can afford products. Less people are going to buy the tank.
Right. I don't agree with it. That's how the market works.
I don't like that. I don't like that precedent.
That's how the market works. So I don't agree with it.
I think every time a company has to lay off, their stock should automatically drop 5%. It should be law. And it can't go back up for like 6 months or something, or like a year. Let's make it a year. Make it hurt.
That's not how supply and demand works.
Yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Silent Cypher. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He says, happy birthday, Sith Lord. And shout out to Fastback. Thank you so much for joining us. He says, Link, good morning, Xbox. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. We appreciate both of you. All right. So that's what we think on Sea of Thieves. I'm hot and bothered by it. Yeah. I because I just see the future coming. I'm still and everybody who tells me PlayStation is going to do the same thing, you guys are all on hopium because it hasn't happened. It won't happen. PlayStation doesn't want Xbox to exist. They flat out said it during the FTC trial. They are not there to play Kumbaya. Throwing it out there. Just like they weren't there to play Kumbaya with Betamax. They went there to play Kumbaya with HD DVD. They were not there to play Kumbaya. They want to put the competition out of business. They always have. And that is the PlayStation way. For better or for worse, it's the PlayStation way. It's the Sony way. Sorry, not PlayStation way. I apologize. It's the Sony way. So, yeah. All right. Let me move on to our last topic of the day. Where did it go? There it is. So, I don't know if you guys know, but we had an Xbox partner preview in 2024. They showed off 14 games. And we're just going to talk about a few of these games here. So they showed off 14 games. Here we go. This is the image I want. Did I not get it? I don't think I got it. Nope. All right, hold on. Let me get this image real quick. Yes.
Okay, again, share this out while Axel figures his stuff.
It takes time to download, man. Calm down.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Let's keep these guys entertained.
Yes.
Share this out.
Share this out. All right, so here we go. The Xbox partner preview came in. Terry, did you see it?
I did not. I was working.
Oh, man. Terry missed out. All right. Dread, did you see it?
See what? No, of course I saw it.
All right. So a lot of new games were shown off. Most of these had already been announced. They're just showing off more on them. Lots to talk about. Do we want to go by these one by one? Because Terry didn't see it. let's see. Not all of them got extra stuff though. Not all of them. Okay, so let's go about Unknown 9. So the Unknown 9. I hope this does what I want it to do. Nope, it didn't do it. Okay. Here we go. Share this tab. All right. So while we watch this trailer, Bandai Namco and Reflector Entertainment introduced us to the world of Unknown 9 Awakening. Giving us a fresh look at its exciting world and showing off the hero Haruna, played by Anya Chalotra, in this exclusive gameplay reveal. So, Unknown 9. Let's see. It is quite the lot. So in Unknown 9, they have 4 different ways to play. You can play stealth, which they show. You can play just basically kill everything in front of you. You can manipulate the world around you, or you can directly take over a set amount of enemy NPCs to make them do stuff, like they're going to show here, to get through the world. What the point of this is right now, I have no idea still. They just showed off some of the gameplay, which is great. So here you can see her taking over some of the bad guys, doing stuff to them. And when she comes out, it all executes all at once. Kind of like being a speedster. Kind of cool in my opinion. So this is Unknown 9 Awakening from I already forgot the studio already. I apologize. From Reflector. There we go. From Reflector. Thank you. All right. So, Terry, I know you didn't see the trailer or anything, but I hope I explained the gameplay enough. What do you think?
Yeah, it looked actually pretty cool. Kind of gave me Uncharted vibes with some magical elements to it. So, it looks intriguing to me. I'd play it.
Okay. Dread, is this did this trailer speak to you?
I am curious about it. How's that? I want to see more. I think I want to play it and try it out.
Mhm.
I'm just not sure that this game would be for me, to be honest.
Okay.
But I am curious about it.
Okay. I'm cold on this. I'm not even intrigued. I'm not curious. I'm just cold on it. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe I need to watch something on it, watch a gameplay video of it. But I just don't see it attracting me. Let's see. My chat has frozen up.
Your chat is frozen up?
Yeah, my
Again?
chat has frozen. I can see it on the live stream. I'm just gonna read it. Fastback says Assassin's Creed wannabe. The Game Complainer says, I'm here. Hey, shout out to the Game Complainers. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. So yeah, that was the Unknown 9 Awakening. So up next was the Sleight of Hand. Now, this was a reveal trailer only. This is not a gameplay trailer. It's some sort of card stealth sim. That's all I got. I'll let Dreadpool talk first while Terry watches the trailer. Dread, Sleight of Hand.
I like the concept. It's very interesting. I'm not sure that. I don't know. Again, this is one of those games that I think I would have to play. I do like the style of the graphics. I do like the setup, because the storyline is basically her boss tried to have her killed, and now she's seeking revenge against her boss. And then you find out in the trailer that's not her boss. That's just one of the minions. So nothing spoiled here. Nothing spoiled. But that's how you find out, because she's relaying the story. But I think it's kind of cool, because the way I'm understanding it, you actually pick out the cards that you're going to play, and you set them out. And then whatever happens. And that's how you work the world, because certain things are going to fall into certain places. So it's just cool that you can pick whatever card you want, and when you throw it out there, and then the world adapts to those cards. So certain things. It looked like, oh, she was gonna throw the cards at him and like kill him with the card like it was a Chinese star.
weapon.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that. It was like certain things, and then he ended up stepping on the card, and it kind of like froze him. And it was really cool to see the way that they did all this, which is why it's interesting. I'm just not sure on how, once the gameplay actually happens, we see it, how well it'll be something for me or not.
Okay.
So, but it is interesting.
It's on Game Pass, so it's free to try for Game Pass. Not free. It's included in your subscription for Game Pass subscribers. Terry, you saw the trailer. You heard the explanation. What do you think?
I think I need to see gameplay because
Right.
the gameplay very well might look nothing like that. So I need to see gameplay. Generally, I'm not interested in games that have like a card system. So unless the gameplay is similar to their cinematic, then I have no interest in it. I'm envisioning they're going to have a deck of cards on the bottom, and there's going to be like turn-based nonsense.
No.
Turn-based nonsense.
I didn't
Maybe.
get that. I didn't get that. I got at the start of the mission that you would pick out the cards, and then those cards would go out into the world, and then you would
Kind of
play,
like picking your stealth loadout.
right?
Yeah.
And then you would play.
That would
game.
be more interesting to me than a card game. Yeah.
Yeah, it would not be.
I'm gonna need gameplay to see how they use these cards, because if this is like a deck building game, it's a pass.
It better not be a bait and switch. It better
not.
I
haven't seen enough of this game right now. This game has 0% of my interest. Even after Dreadpool told me about it, still 0. So sorry, sleight of hand. If it's on Game Pass, maybe if I'm bored one day, I'll try you out, but probably not. Okay, so, and again, not every game is for everybody, guys. Nothing wrong with it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We're not hating on
Dreadpool
it.
and I are vastly different gamers. Trust me.
if it plays like that trailer where I'm using the card as an actual weapon to kind of do things, then I would play it. But if it's a deck building game, nope.
Yeah, no, I never took it as a deck building game, because again, it's a third-person stealth game, hard-boiled espionage action that will infiltrate your old witch coven, using a cursed deck of cards in the rain-slick city of Taboo, where ritual magic and cursed artifacts set apart those with power from those without. So again, it's not a deck building game. It's a third-person stealth game. The cards just alter the world when you pick them out, and obviously alters the game, because if you saw the guy step on the card, it froze him.
Yep, and then it brought him apart. Yeah.
You know,
and then she could smoke out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreadpool's interested. As I said, I'm not. Terry needs to see. Terry's undecided.
I gotta see gameplay.
Yeah.
I feel like if
absolutely.
it was more of you randomly find cards playing, I think that'd be better than you pre-selecting them.
Let's see. Let's check in with the chat. So according to Sappho said he'll give the first game a shot, which was Unknown 9. He'll give it a shot. No comments yet on this game, so not very many people were interested. Probably, maybe, I don't know. All right, here we go. Now up next.
Too soon to tell.
Or my chat might have frozen. I don't know. Let me check. So the next game up comes from 11-Bit Studios, who has done a lot of work with Xbox. So this game is on Game Pass. This is called the Alters now, or the Alters. In the Alters, you crash land onto an alien planet that's hostile. Your wheel circle machine is your base, and you got to outrun the sun every time. So you got to survive the world and outrun the sun. But you're all by yourself, and there's no way you can survive on a hostile planet by yourself. So what you do is you create alternate versions of yourself. Like, oh, if this person would have never met my girlfriend Janice, I just made that name up, by the way. Janice is nobody. Okay. How would he have turned out? And so you make an alternative version of yourself, and you basically clone yourself with different personalities, and you put each personality to work, and you try to work together to try to survive on this hostile planet on your base. And I like this game a lot. I'm digging it. I like survival games. This is speaking my language. The fact that I can make alternate versions of myself, and it has a story with those alternate versions. But I'm telling you right now, guys, all of my alternates, all of my clones, you are all expendable. I am the original. Okay, I'm going to program you guys like robots. Thou shalt not hurt the original. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if you can. I'm just saying. That's what I would do. So yeah, what he does is when he's cloning himself, he removes certain events from his clone to see how that clone comes out. And what if he would have never graduated college? What if he never would have fallen in love? La 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 la, right? And you get a different personality out. They're all you, just different versions of you, and you work together to survive on the hostile planet that you crash landed on. It's sci-fi. You know me. I love space. And this is available on Game Pass, so I'm going to definitely play this one. Well, again, while we let Terry finish watching the trailer, Dread.
I'm just wondering what Axel would have been like if he had met Janice.
In my whole life, I have never met anybody called Janice at all.
I have.
The only Janice I know of is the Janice on Friends, I think. I think there was a lady named Janice on Friends, which is where I think I got that name from. Yeah. Anyways, keep going, Dread.
All right. How much do I want to bury you? No, I'm kidding. No, it's an interesting game. I don't think it's for me. I do find it very Fallout Shelter when you're inside the wheel, because you have to have certain people doing certain duties and tasks. It's just very odd that you're arguing with yourself. Are you actually going crazy? Are you actually, you know what I mean? So maybe at the end, those people are actually you. It's just you doing it, not realizing that you've altered your own personality and mental state. So I don't know. It's definitely not a game for me. I don't know. It's not nothing that I might try it just because if everybody like gives it some good reviews, good hype out of it, maybe I'll try it, but I just don't see it for me.
Okay, well, that's Dread. Okay, Terry, you saw it. You heard my explanation. I'm hot. Dreadpool's cold on it. After watching the trailer and hearing me talk about it, what do you think?
It's a pass for me. It's not my style of game. I think it's a very creative concept. It's just I hate survival games, so it's not my thing.
I love survival games so much. Okay. All right. Here we go. So that was the Altiers, the first game that interested me, and I didn't know anything about it before that. Okay, the Altiers. All right. So this one is called Creatures from Ava. It says Invert Studios revealed their newest title, Creatures of Ava, where you'll learn to understand and tame the creatures of the planet Ava and let them lead you through a variety of ecosystems, all in hopes of saving the planet from a life-consuming infection. I saw this trailer. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I actually had to look this up to know what the hell was going on. So there you go. You are the Pied Piper of Ava. And you're trying to save the planet from a life-consuming infection using the creatures. This game is a hard
So is
pass
it like
for me.
Pikmin?
Yeah, this is
Like
a hard pass for me.
Like a Pokemon-looking Pikmin?
You're the Pied Piper, okay? So that's a hard pass. Dread?
Yeah, the whole time I was watching this trailer from the get-go, I was like, please don't be Everwild. Please don't be Everwild. And even knowing it's a third-party game, not a first-party game, I was still going, please don't be Everwild. Yeah, it's definitely a hard pass. Some of the mechanics kind of look cool, but nah, I'm not even going to waste my time with this one.
All right.
If I'm told, hey, this is pretty cool, and I trust that person not messing with me, then I'll look into it. But other than that, no interest.
Even though this is on Game Pass, I'm not playing it. I'm just being honest.
I mean, it even reminds me sort of a combination of a few other games. Obviously, I was thinking Everwild. it was reminding me, like you said, Pokemon. So I was thinking the other one,
Our World?
Pal World. Yeah.
Oh, Power World is amazing.
So again, it reminded me when you were going into the village. It reminded me of Anthem, but not necessarily. And yeah, Viva Pinata. So I don't know. It was just a whole bunch of things that just don't make sense.
Overlord.
Overlord. Yes.
Yeah,
Overlord was
Overlord.
amazing.
That was amazing.
Overlord was incredible. Yeah. Terry, Creatures of Ava, are you going to Pied Piper your way to save the planet?
Honestly, it's too early to tell. I need to see more. I didn't see enough to really, know what's going on.
Trust me.
I mean,
you
it looked
saw
like there
what we
was.
saw.
I saw some combat in there, so like I said, I need to see more. Now, is this single player? It looks single player, but
It
is there
looks single
co-op?
player.
It looks single player to me.
It looks single player, but I don't know. Maybe it is co-op, and they're just not advertising that yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it had co-op, it would be higher on my list. Otherwise, I don't know. It's too early to tell. I need gameplay.
Okay. Does anybody want to talk about Roblox?
No.
Okay.
Yes, let's talk about it.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't load it up.
Like
Hold
for
on
5 seconds. No.
All right, no on the Roblox. We're going to skip it.
Yeah.
But let's check in with the chat.
It's not worth
Sefo
it.
said he wants tarot cards, so he's into that stealth sim.
Tarot.
Let's see. Lost Boomer says, but I don't want more than one of me. My wife says, just you wait after the show when I mentioned Janice, the name Janice.
Like, who's this Janice?
There's
Yeah.
going to be 5 of her at least coming at you.
Oh my gosh, all her personalities are coming after me right now. Yes. Let's see. Sappho says, who told you to use meth other than me? But I'm you. You know why already. Me. Well, you got a point. You know why. Okay. So the next game shown off on this was The Sinking City 2, the sequel to The Sinking City. This is a horror-based game, it looks like. I didn't play the original Sinking City, so I don't know how good or bad it is. It looks good. I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one. Let's see. The Sinking City 2 made a world premiere appearance during the show with a trailer showing the iconic Lovecraftian city of Arkham and the very unpleasant sights within. The long-awaited sequel from Frogwares is evolving into a full-on horror game as you guide a new character through the mysteries of why Arkham is flooding and take some of its abominable residents along the way. Okay. I don't do horror games. Hard pass. Dread, while Terry watches the trailer.
I don't know anything about the first game. Didn't even hear about it. This came out of nowhere for me too.
Mm-hmm.
It looks interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely try this out and kind of go from there. Is it in Game Pass? Do we know?
Yep.
If it's in Game Pass, I'm trying it out. If it's not, I'll wait and see the verdict before I purchase it. Oh well, I guess there's my verdict. Death Dealer says yes, I want it. So I guess I'm buying.
Decided.
Yeah, it's decided for me. Sinking City 2. We'll have to look up the first one and see if if it's anything near the same. Kind of go from there.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, sorry, I don't see all the chats. As I said, some of it is frozen. My wife said, yeah, Janice. Maybe it's Dishonored with cards. This sci-fi game looks cool. The altars, yes. This looks like what Rare was working on. Yeah, Dreadpool said that. Please don't be Everwild. Pinata Pied Piper. And yeah, I wanted. Yeah.
Okay, so
hell yeah, you will. So there you go.
So the first one is an adventure and investigation game set in an open world inspired by the universe of H.P. Lovecraft, the master of horror. So obviously this is a continuation, which we knew it was going to have Lovecraft elements in it. So it looks like it's going to be more polished than the first. So yeah, this definitely looks like it has potential.
Okay. So I'm putting my chat more visible over here so I can see it. Terry, The Sinking City 2.
Probably not, just because I also don't do horror games. I do to a point. It just depends on the style they are. If it's, I've done Lovecraftian games that weren't scary at all. Yeah, I find that most Lovecraftian games aren't scary. So, so maybe I might. I guess I'd have to wait and see how they kind of do it. But if it's on the creepy side, it's going to be a pass. If it's like other Lovecraftians I've played, then that are more mystery, then I probably would.
Okay. Okay, so that's The Sinking City 2. Dittler says it's got to be better than Call of Cthulhu.
Oh,
And Janice from Three's Company Hack. So I don't know. Like I said, I just made that name up.
so
Okay, so up
Yeah,
next.
Call of Cthulhu. That was a Lovecraftian that wasn't scary at all.
yeah,
So-
that one that was a horrible game. I'm sorry, but the first one actually has 3 endings, so I wonder how many endings this one will have.
Right. So up next is Final Fantasy 14 coming to Xbox with the official launch date. I'm not even gonna wait to talk about it. I'm not subscribing to this. I'm not gonna play it on Xbox. Sorry. If I wanted to play it, I would have played it on PC already. Terry, Final
Nope.
Fantasy 14.
I am not a Final Fantasy fan, so they can keep it.
Now, do I think this is a good game? Yes. I'm just not playing it on my Xbox, is all I'm saying. Okay. Dread, Final Fantasy 14 MMO. Number 1 MMO in the world. You're playing it?
So no.
So no.
No.
Okay.
I've lost interest in Final Fantasy. They've played a lot of this BS back and forth. And I am also the one of the last of the old heads that actually loves the original Final Fantasy. So I stopped at Final Fantasy 3, which is actually 6.
6. Yep.
So that was like the pinnacle of Final Fantasy. And then when they changed it for 7, I just never got into it. I know a lot of my friends did. I know a lot of the world has. It just feels the same over and over again. I don't see much change. It's kind of like everybody complains about Gears, Forza, and Halo. Everything's the same. Nothing changes. Well, this is what this feels like for me from Square Enix. It feels like the same old. Hasn't really given me anything. And if I'm doing the online version of it, I tried the online version back in the day. Back then it wasn't it. I'm not doing this. Even if it's included in the Game Pass subscription, I don't have the time. It's not feeling it.
Okay. Long way to say no. All right.
Well, I want to explain why I want to say no. I mean, I could say no,
You're
and
not
you
going to hurt
guys
anybody's feelings here, Dread.
No, no. I want to explain why it's better. It's better than just a hard no and not knowing why. Now you can get my insight as to why it's a hard no.
Right. And that's okay. I'm only teasing. Let's see. Shuffle says he's giving it a shot. Fastback says, I love Final Fantasy 11 on the 360, but since this took so long to come to Xbox, I lost interest. Agreed. And Lost Boomer says, it's on sale now, the deluxe edition for $10. So, my brother is really into Final Fantasy 14 on the PC. As I said, if I was going to play this, it would be on the PC and I'd game with him. I don't know if this is going to have crossplay or anything like that, but it is the number 1 MMO in the world. I'm sure it's going to have lots and lots and lots of people playing it, just not any of our audience right now. So that is Final Fantasy 14. Let's see. So up next is Stalker Legends of the Zone Trilogy. So Stalker 2 coming to Game Pass later this year. So this is Stalker, the trilogy. It includes Shadow of Chernobyl, Clear Sky, and Call of Pripyat. I don't know how to say that word. Pripyat. And so all 3 PC classics are coming in. I've heard people say that it looks good, but the shooting has not evolved with the game. So it is an older shooter. For those of you that want to play Stalker, it is a cult classic. So some people swear by Stalker. Dread, are you gonna purchase these games? I think they were $10 each when they came. Were they $10 each? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I might be visiting Pripyat at some point in time. I don't know. It looks interesting. Obviously, they haven't done much to upgrade it, and I get why. It's just it also pushes out the FOMO for when the next Stalker 2 comes out. You know what I mean? So it's just, and this yet again, this is what I'm talking about. Games going to PlayStation, and when the next game comes out, you're going to be excited to play it. This is going to be your stepping stone for those that haven't played before to jump on, get into this, and be excited for Stalker 2. So I think it's stuff like this is here for a reason, to get you excited for the next game, to get you into the next game, because it's going to be better than this. And if this impresses you, the next one will. So for, what is it, $30, right? We said for all 3 games.
$10 each. It's funny, they're $10 each, or you can get all 3 for $35. And no, that is somebody
convenience
posted that.
charge. It's the convenience charge.
It's the bundle charge.
There's got to be something with that. So, but yeah,
it probably is. I'm just telling you what I saw, man.
Yeah, this just basically builds up the interest for keeping it back in line of, hey, this game just came out. It's a little bit extra money, and when Stalker 2 comes out soon, it'll jump up that hype wagon.
Okay. Terry, Stalker Trilogy. Wait, so Dreadpool, are you gonna get it? You said yes, right?
I said more than likely, yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
It's just too many games in the backlog, man.
Right. Yeah. Terry, Stalker Trilogy, single player. I don't think there's any co-op in it. I don't think. Is there? I don't know. I haven't played Stalker.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't know either.
It looked like a single player game. It didn't really interest me personally. It's one of those things, like I never played it on PC. Don't even know what this is. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it just, I don't know. Yeah, I can't really. I don't even know what's going on in it. Like, all I know is it's Russia. I don't know what's going on.
It's old Russia, yeah.
Yeah, it's think of it as a first-person shooter with.
It's like post-apocalyptic first-person shooter.
Yeah, but there was like weird, like.
With like horror elements,
sci-fi stuff happening with portals,
kind of like Metro.
Yeah, this is the prequel to Metro. This one inspired Metro.
Yeah,
and I never played Metro either, so that doesn't really get me excited in any way.
Yeah,
so.
that with ghosts and all that, so it's kind of like horror Metro.
Which it's probably it's probably a pass.
I'm probably gonna pass on this too. Yeah,
I mean, you even saw the one creature, he just started shooting and the creature popped up and died, so it was invisible. So again,
there's invisible creatures in Stalker.
There's like ghosts. Pripyat also has a history with the people that were living there that didn't get out. There's ghosts there. There's paranormal activity. So there's a lot of stuff going on, even with the mutated creatures and radiation. So
Stalker though, great cult following. I don't think I'm gonna get it though. Let's see. Fastback says definitely interested in Stalker. Let me know, Fastback. Let me know. I'm gonna move over here. Monster Jam Showdown. I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
Dude, I swear to God, I've played that game before it was actually released. I swear to God, I played it. I don't know how. I don't know why, but it looks so familiar from somewhere.
It's probably a different Monster Jam game. This is
no.
Is it a THQ game? They tend to make them.
I don't know. I'm just. Do you want to see the trailer?
I do actually want to see this one.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Most of the Monster Jam games are trash, so maybe
because they had the racing in the snow, and that reminded, like I said, it's got to be.
Maybe you're thinking of Forza.
Maybe.
Forza had an event where you got to race a monster truck.
At least the ones
Or
I've
maybe it
played,
was Hot Wheels or something.
wisdom, they weren't that good.
Yeah, there you go. Monster Jam, where you get to race and do tricks.
Actual
And monster
racing in this
trucks.
one? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so familiar.
Okay.
And monster trucks can drift.
Well, if it's icy, they probably can. So,
Spectacular freestyle. There you go.
okay. I guess it depends on how well the gameplay feels. Because, like I said, I've played some Monster Jam games, and most of them were kind of duds.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. For me, this is a no. I do know. It's no.
Hold on, I got to see who makes it. If it's THQ, then I already know it's gonna be a dud. So, THQ ruins all of the Monster Jam, the motocross, like all those games. They just, I don't know, they just make them and they don't really take care of them.
It just says Unreal Engine. Published and developed by Milestone.
So someone else is making it. So there's hope. Okay, you know what? I'll say yes to this one, just because THQ didn't mess it up. So,
Okay, Terry's interested in Monster Jam.
Yeah, I'm just saying some of these games, I'm not interested, but I'd play it, but I wouldn't go out of my way for
I
it.
got to see these trucks up close and personal. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
I know. I love going to the monster truck shows. I love those. I'm just
Yeah,
not.
oh yeah, the real ones, real life, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not going to play the game.
I just, like I said, the game that I played was like a one that I'm not supposed to talk about. So luckily I forgot much about it. But it was one of those games that I got to preview ahead of time.
Okay.
So that's why I don't remember.
Um,
Wasn't allowed to record.
excuse me. The game complainer says there was a game on Xbox One called Onrush. You are thinking of Dreadpool.
That could be. I'm looking for it right now to see if it looks similar.
Okay. While Dreadpool jogs his memory, the next game up was the Persona 3 Reload Expansion Pass. So this one, the expansion pass will allow players to dive deeper into the world of Persona 3 Reload, featuring new costumes, background music, and story content with Epilogue Aegis, the answer. So you get costumes, you get music, and you get episode Aegis, the answer. So the DLC to Persona 3 Reload, if you like Persona, which I do, I'm a huge fan of Shin Megami Tensei and their stuff. And Persona is an offshoot of Shin Megami Tensei. And I am very excited for this. And I'm glad that, it's, I haven't played Persona 3 Reload yet. And I'm glad that it's extended out all the way to September, which is fantastic. Because I saw a copy of Persona 3 Portable on the PSP the other day for $100. Thank God I'm not buying that right now. So, interested. Dreadpool, Persona 3 Reload DLC pack.
Yeah, no. I am definitely not a Persona player at all. Have no interest. So good luck with that. Sorry.
Okay. Terry, Persona 3 Reload.
Nope. I am also not a fan of Persona. They're just not for me.
Not for Terry. Okay. No need to go further into it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And I like it because, again, I'm a huge fan of Shin Megami Tensei and all the offshoots they've come up with. So, and I'm glad it's staying out till September. So, yes. All right. Up next is what I consider the game of the show for me. The first Berserker Kazan, I think is what it's called. Right?
I'm looking.
Yeah, first Berserker Kazan. It showed off the visceral combat action. Based on the Dungeon and Fighter universe, the first Berserker Kazan focuses on the betrayed hero Kazan, who is seeking revenge against those who orchestrated his downfall. During today's Xbox Partner Preview broadcast, Nexon gave us a deeper look at the fierce gameplay we can expect to see when the game arrives on the Xbox Series X. And you know what? I was already interested in this game when I first saw it back in the summer showcase, Xbox showcase. I'm even more excited now after seeing the combat because it's very Souls-like. Not exactly Souls-like, but you can see some parries, you can see some blocks. You can see some counters. It's gonna be amazing, and the art style. Yes, I need it. Game of the show for me. Absolutely buying this one day one. Dread, the first Berserker Kazan.
Surprisingly, I'm going to say no.
Unsurprisingly, you mean?
Surprisingly, I'm just not going to go everywhere. No, it's just a no. It looks cool. I'm happy for those that are excited for this, but it doesn't, even not knowing that it's a Souls game or a Soul-ish game, it just doesn't do it for me.
Okay. No first berserking for
No.
Dread.
No,
All right.
not even a second berserking.
Not even a second berserking. Okay. The first Berserker Kazan. Terry.
Yeah, this is a pass for me as well. It's just not my thing. And it seemed like everything was just one-on-one for the most part, from what they were showing. At least everything was
Most Souls
one-on-one.
games are one-on-one. Very rarely are they
So-
more than one-on-one. And it's very hard when it's more than
You
one-on-one.
you can usually get like little small dudes, like a lot of little small dudes. They didn't even show that. It's one-on-one for bosses, but it's usually you can get a whole bunch of everything else.
I take that back. If they have the second Berserker Return of the Zohan, I might try
Return
that
of
out.
the Zohan. He just wants to cut hair. Yeah. Let's see. Fastback says a no to high school uniform games. And he says this is Final Fantasy on steroids. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so that was the first Berserker Kazan. To me, great game. Up next is what looks to be a Metroidvania. The Tales of Kenzera. Zao. Showcasing beautiful and treacherous lands in the new trailer narrated by Abukar Salim, and how the unique interchangeable gameplay between the Mask of the Sun and the Mask of the Moon can influence how you traverse this unique world. It launches April 23rd. So it is a Metroidvania. I do love my Metroidvanias. I just finished playing, I love Ori. I finished playing Hollow Knight for the second time. So I am interested in this because it is a Metroidvania. But as with all Metroidvanias, they either hit or they miss. There is no in between. There's no in between for Metroidvanias. I'm sorry, there just isn't. So I'm gonna wait to see if this is a hit, because I don't want to buy another Metroidvania and have it be a miss. Plus, I still haven't bought the Prince of Persia Metroidvania, which I really want to get.
I'm
So,
hearing that's
interesting.
actually really good.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm just cautiously interested. Dreadpool. Tales of Kenzera Zao.
No, not for me. I love the fact that how they weave the storyline with their mythology.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. I just, again, the gameplay style is not for me. As much as I've loved Ori and how was the other one? Hollow Knight.
Yes.
I have a feeling I'm gonna like it, and then I'm gonna get to a point where I get stuck, and I'm not gonna be able to finish the game because I don't know where to go. And gaming ADD just won't let me be.
Yeah. That's kind of why I like Metroidvanias, is because they require some thought to traverse. You got to solve world puzzles, and like Hollow Knight was like, do this to this for this, and it was like, okay, I gotta really focus. You gotta understand the lore. You gotta understand the story. You can't just play it. On some of these games, you actually gotta understand
when
what
you
you're doing.
go everywhere in the map and you can't figure out where to go, I'm done with it. And that's the problem.
They do have those moments
I've
where
done everything that you can physically possibly go to and touch and talk to.
you just haven't killed the right bad guy.
Well, I've killed them all because I can't kill anybody else. There's nothing on the level. Nothing on any levels, no matter where I go. And I'm just doomed to repeat the same thing over and over again because there's nobody left to kill.
I spent maybe 3 hours stuck on Hollow Knight. Was like, where do I go? Where do I go? I had to open a sewer pipe or something like that by stomping on it, and I couldn't see the stomping. And I was like, that's a bunch of crap. That was hard to find. If I would have seen that, I would have gotten through it. But I understand your frustration, but to me, that's not enough to stop me. Terry, Tales of Kenzera Zao. Metroidvania.
I mean, it looks cool. I like the animation and everything for it. It's just I am terrible when it comes to side-scrolling platformers. I have no patience for that. I have a really difficult time with them. My perception isn't the best, so I can't make these. I can't jump.
I can't jump.
So it's just one of those things where, you know, my childhood was traumatized by all of the side-scrolling platformers that we were forced to play on the NES, that I got a lifetime's worth of pain and torment that I just can't do it no more.
Hey, Terry, have you seen this new Super Mario games? Man, screw that. Look at this shoot 'em up right here.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I mean, there are some here and there that I enjoy. It's just, for the most part, these games just make me rage. Like, these are rage quit games for me. It's just, I'm better off not playing it.
Yeah, Dreadpool is about the same way with it. Yeah. All right, so that was Tales of Kenzera Zao. All right. Another game that I'm very excited for is Frostpunk 2. Frostpunk available on console and PC Game Pass right now. Amazing game. It is a sim management game, but it's a sim management game where the only point of the game is to let the city survive, and every one of your survivors has a different idea on how to make it survive, and you get to make some hard decisions as to how to make it survive, because survival for one group usually spells death for another group, and will lead your city towards that style of event. It has map events. It is a fun city management game, as it freezes. Like, when they say Frostpunk, they mean Frostpunk. It is obviously steampunk inspired, but you know, Frostpunk. Let me see if I can read the description. But yeah, Frostpunk 2. I am very high on this game. Everybody should play this game. If you haven't played the original Frostpunk, it's available now on both PC and console Game Pass. This is again from 11-Bit Studios, who Microsoft has been working very closely with lately. It's an upcoming city survival game set 30 years after the apocalyptic blizzard ravaged Earth, transforming all world into a harsh, icy wasteland. In Frostpunk 2, you must face the new deadly threat that appears on the horizon: human nature and its unsaturated thirst for power. Look for Frostpunk 2 to come to PC first on July 21st and console when it releases. Dread, city management, survival game plus city management game.
Oh, as much as I love it, I'm just gonna have to pass on it. I passed on the first one too. I know a lot of my friends loved it and swear by it. They're excited for this one. It's again, if it was 20 years ago, I'd be all about this. It's just this Dreadpool now just doesn't have the time.
All right. Time limited. Terry, Frostpunk 2.
Yeah, this is not for me either. It's just, from other games that we've spoke about in the past, it's just, I'm not, city builders, things like that, not for me. Survival, definitely not for me. So it's, not for me.
Okay. Not for Terry. Okay. And the last game shown, is Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. Coming to Game Pass soon. A unique single-player game set in a Japanese-inspired universe. First revealed in June of last year during the Xbox Showcase. Yep. This title from Capcom will release day one with Game Pass, as well as Xbox Series X and Windows. So the point of this game is it has it's like a tower defense, a action game where you control a button. The point is to defend the cities, and you have to free the villagers from the curse. Once you free them, you can use them in your tower defense. At nighttime, the invaders always come and trouble you. And so it is kind of cool. If you ever played Toy Soldiers, I don't know if everybody did, but that was like a tower defense where you took control of a character, and it was amazing. because when you took control of that character, it was like, well, the NPC the computer's stupid. It can only do so much. But you as a player, you can prioritize targets. You can do this. You can use some of those abilities better than the computer can. So I am very much looking forward to this. I'm very high on this. I cannot wait to play this. I'm so happy it comes to Game Pass as a subscriber. And I just cannot wait to play this tower defense / city defense / freedom game. As I do love my tower defense games. While Terry finishes up the trailer, Dreadpool, Kanitsugami, Path of the Goddess.
Kanitsu no for me.
Kanitsu no. All right.
No, it looks cool. I may try it out, but yeah, again, it's not really my style. But yeah, it's first thing I'm gonna say is no. I'll pass.
Okay. Dreadpool is passing on the tower defense game. We'll let Terry finish watching the trailer. I'll keep speaking.
I don't need to finish it.
Okay, Terry, what do you think?
No. I mean, it looks cool for what it is. I do like
I love the art.
The art's cool. I like all the bright, flashy colors. Like, there's stuff about it I enjoy. It's just you lost me at tower defense. So, if that's the case, then that's no. I'm also not real big on like Japanese lore, so that's another thing that kind of loses my interest. Otherwise, yeah, it's just not my genre.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and shout out to Back from the Dead who joins us. Thanks so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Yeah, Kanitsugami, I'm really looking forward to it. You got to get rid of the rot or whatever it is. So yeah, and shout out to Eternal Shaddai who also joins us a bit late, but he is here. And I mean, look at this side. This is like a giant centipede monster. You got to fight bosses. I think that's super cool. But let's move it over. Kanitsugami. So that was the Xbox partner preview in a nutshell. So again, for me, I'm interested in The Altars. I am interested in Persona 3 Reload, The First Berserker, Frostpunk, and Katsunugami. So 5 games for me that caught my attention. I'm Luke on Tales of Kenzera. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm lukewarm on it. So it's not a yes, it's not a no, it's a maybe. And this one is also a maybe. So 7 games interested me total, but only 5 am I actually going to be interested in playing for sure. Terry, how many of these games interested you, and how many for sure are you going to play?
Okay, so I'm interested in Unknown 9, Sleight of Hand, Creatures of Ava, and Monster Jam. And I would say Unknown 9 is probably the only 100% sure I will play. The others, I need to see more to decide.
Okay, fair enough. Dread, interested and actually gonna play.
Unknown 9 is definitely interesting. Sleight of Hand. Roblox check. No, I'm kidding. No, that's a guaranteed no. Let's see. That would be it. No, that would be it. But actually gonna. Yeah, I guess Stalker would be one. I was gonna put it in my actually gonna play, but.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So Sinking City 2 and Stalker would be the actually gonna play.
Okay, so 4 for Dreadpool. So that's good. And like I said, guys, not everybody likes the same things, and that's awesome. That's why we all get these.
I heard Fastback likes Persona 3.
Yeah, I heard Fastback is all about those high school uniforms.
Yep.
Yes. But Terry, we had a poll, so I was interested in a total of 7 games. You were, how many were you? 4? 5?
Yeah, 4.
And Dreadpool is 4. So we would have landed in the 46 game. Well, you two would have landed in 46. I would have landed in 7 to 9. But where did the chat land?
All right, 66%, 1 to 3 of the games, 16%, 10 to 14, and an 8% split between 4 and 6, the 7 and 9.
All right. Wow. Some people are interested in 10 games. That's awesome. So overall, I think it's a good show. If 16% of people were interested between 10 to 14 games, that's awesome. But guys, that's gonna do it for today's show. I give the Xbox Partner Preview a solid 8 out of a solid 8. I thought it was great format. Nothing wrong with it. And I got to see some more on some of the games that I wanted. What would you rate it, Terry?
Right, what the
Oh,
preview?
you just saw you didn't hear it.
I didn't get to see the preview,
Yeah.
so yeah, I guess I can't really rate it.
Yeah, sorry. Dread, what would you rate it?
I know you all like the scores, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'd give it, just for you score fans, I'd say it's a B. It was a good show. It was solid for the fact that didn't have all the extra fluff. And if you wanted the fluff, they let you know that, after this, the dev interviews were out there for you guys to go read and look up. So,
Absolutely, which I did.
Yeah. So for those that wanted it, you had it, and it didn't interrupt the flow of the show. So
Absolutely. And I think that's a great format.
yeah, and that's the way all formats should be. Just give us a show, give us a trailer. If you want to do a little bit of talking, very minimal, just because you're leading into the game. You know what I mean? But don't be, or like the next section of game. If you do sections. But other than that, just minimize it. Let us see what it is. And I like the way they did the sections and kind of like, okay, this wraps up this piece. Now we're on the next piece. And then at the end, they came back and said, okay, this is all of the things you saw together as one whole. So without actually, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Taking you away out of the, I guess you were in a mode when you were watching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I absolutely understand what you're saying. Shadai says he gives it an 8 out of 10. Fastback says a lot of diverse games shown. Game Pass, 8 out of 10. The Game Complainer says Dreadpool is right. Minimal talking during these shows is a plus. Absolutely. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the show today. Thank you all so much for watching us on this nice long 3 hour long show. We appreciate each and every one of you. We wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat, and that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to any of the shows here on the Iconic Video Games channel. With that being said, we are going to get out of here. I'm Axel1324.
I'm coolcatterri.
And I'm Dreadpool, waiting on a GMX and Iconic Video Game shirts from Axel at some point in time. Signing out.
Absolutely. One day. And with that being said, we're going to get